God, I'm late. Oh my God, that's my pet peeve. Do you all have any pet peeves? People just do things that just irritate you sometimes. Well, we're talking about that tonight in the living room. Y'all, we're live now. Let's go.
I'm a filmmaker. I've worked in film, video, and television for over 30 years. I took a little break, but now I'm back.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Art Imitates Live with me, Tanya Dixon. I'm going to get it together the good and greatest in entertainment news and information and all kinds of world news because you start more into that now because there's a lot of things I need to say. And I hope y'all need to hear. But today, we won't disappoint. We have got who spiked the tea, a lot of stories out there. I want to go through and we'll follow up on a few things that we've spoken about over the past few weeks as well. Also, in the living room tonight, as I said at the top of the show, oh my God, that's my peeve. Have any pet peeves out there? What are your pet peeves? We're going to talk about that with the living room team, all right? But first, you know how we do it. We like to take our break. Sponsors, we'll get it all off. And I'll bring the team in just a few moments. Y'all sit tight. Get yourself something to drink. It's going to be a long night. We'll see you back in just a few minutes.
Art Imitates Live with Tanya Dixon is being sponsored by Tandiland Global, bringing your multimedia dreams to life.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Seems like that break was just so short. I was starting to do some things and I was live. We've been live again. So let's go ahead and see where the team is. I know we got more people that's going to be straggling in kind of late, but right now, let's go ahead. Y'all go ahead and unmute yourselves and come on in the room. See who's here. See what's going on. How y'all doing?
All right. Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm fine. I'm great. Doing me. Week. Quite a week. I can't and I won't complain. I just let you all talk about your week and the things that you all have going on. It won't do any good anyway. So. Okay, here comes Margo. Let's let her in the room here.
Yes.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Margo.
Hey, y'all. How's it going?
Hey.
It bees.
We're good.
It bees.
Good.
It bees, huh?
It bees.
Well, I am going to see. We're going to go around like we normally do. See how you all speak to us. And go ahead and get into this here show because there's a lot to talk about on this here night.
I like it a lot.
But we're going to start off with Veronica. How was your week, girl?
Greetings, everybody. How y'all doing out there?
Greetings and
All
salutations.
right. Hey.
Oh, my week was quiet, and I love it like that. Oh, it was so quiet.
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 She said, I love it. I love
Real
it.
quiet, and I loved it like that. I love being by myself sometimes.
Yeah,
That's
you got
right.
that, but you got that ant fart quiet,
Yeah,
that good quiet.
yeah, that good quiet.
Yeah, for it. I ain't heard that one.
Yeah, that's a new one. That's a
That alone time.
And I
Mike,
love it.
shut up, boy.
Well, that's good that you had some time to do you.
Time to self.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have some
I'm leaving. I gotta go.
time to be by myself.
Okay.
It's like a mini vacation. So other than that,
All
everything was good. Everything's good.
Okay, good.
All right.
Here, Rick,
Yo,
how was your week?
it was pretty challenging actually. You know,
Really?
with the new applications at the job and
Uh-huh.
hitting that bonus though. But other than that, just just working and meditating and just following through with my mother venture I got going on. Finally have it done. The demo should be done tomorrow. So then I got to send it off and add it to the page. But when that is done, ladies and gentlemen, I will put the link where it needs to be, and y'all can just take a gander. But just things that I got going on. I don't just paint. Cheers.
Okay. Well, good. Good. Well, thank you for being here.
Right on.
Mike, Mr. Mind Right. What you got?
Yeah, mine right. Hey, look, this week has been eventful, positive. Just positive. I ain't really got no negative stuff. Got to
Right.
take the
Hold it here.
organization. We kind of partnered up with another nonprofit organization called Mentors, and Turn Them Loose kind of was able to go out and see how they operate, see how they do things, man. And what was rejuvenating about it all, man, was like engaging with the kids. Like, you know what I mean? I've been in this house for a long time, so to actually get back out there and see what we're trying to do already being done, and just kind of give you that motivation, like, hey, you can do this. And the kids, the group, everybody received us well and was glad to kind of partner with us, so it was a good thing, very, very rejuvenating. So I needed that spark because I was kind of in a stagnant zone, so I needed that spark.
Good.
Yeah, so it's just, some positive vibes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I ain't mad at you. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see Turn Them Loose is turning corners.
Good work.
Getting things
Yeah. Turn them loose, cutting loose. You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Good. Thanks for being here. Go. What you got going on, lady?
This week has been all right. Nothing really too bad or too trying. A lot easier. Our little review went by well. Wouldn't even everything everybody was making it be. I mean, it was serious, but you know how your job gets you all tense because something's happening, but it's like, oh, it was brief.
Right.
So, other than that, just was blessed with Friday, with spending time with my homegirl and conversation and good food, and also got blessed with a bonus from my job. Whoop, whoop. That's why I got my tassels on.
All right.
I was happy to see that increase on that check today.
Yeah.
I had to agree twice.
That was nice.
Hey, you
Graduated twice.
You gotta take them tassels and you go shake. You gotta shake.
There we go.
No, shake. You gotta.
It looked kind of familiar, so I wouldn't do that.
Oh, no, Rick.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Got a check, please? Yeah, I'll get your check for you.
Got the tassels.
Overall, just glad to be finishing the week. Glad to be alive.
Indeed.
It's been all right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's good. That's good. That's really good. Well, me myself wasn't the best feeling week, like physically. It was a decent week. One of my cousins hung out this whole week, and that was cool. But I am not happy that I'm still in the midst of the edema in my body. So I'm not happy about that. But
Uh-oh.
It's that time.
It's froze on you. Uh-oh. Look how she's frozen.
Get
All right. Everybody do the face.
That screenshot.
Everybody do the face.
Somebody get that screenshot.
Mike, you gotta get it. We doing a face.
I can't do the damn face. I'm trying to shit. My phone fucked up. I mean, messed up.
We still on the air.
Show our faces.
So I hope everything gets
okay. I went completely out for a moment there. I was just like, okay.
Oh damn!
You were completely out. We went completely in.
What kind of face did I have this time?
He was like,
oh yeah, y'all throwing the reefer eyes.
yeah, we all did it.
Throwing the reefer eyes. You do the reefer eyes.
I'm trying to take a picture.
Oh man, I hate that. I saw everything go out, and I was like, I don't think this is good.
Okay.
I said,
You can drink now.
I'm good. I've had a good swallow.
I just said, I'm just gonna sit here.
Yeah.
I just said, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for myself to go live again.
Oh, that's
I can't see.
It's you gotta wait. You gotta send it later. Look,
Oh.
That's a good one. No, that's a good one. But how was your week again? Go ahead and finish since the internet was trying to let you be great a minute ago.
My internet said we don't want to hear about what she has to say because she's not feeling well. I was just saying it's a challenging week because I'm still working my way through the condition. But that's on the personal side. On the business side, I just see some really good things that are gearing up for, and I'm very happy about that. I'm on some real secret squirrel stuff right this moment because I don't want to just sit out there. But
secret squirrel, you don't know.
Telling on all of us. I done told them myself.
Yeah. But everything looks so great, and everything is coming together. So what I'm trying to do is trying to get myself together before June, and because there's a lot going on. And so that I won't be over here looking and feeling bad when we're doing a whole lot of stuff out in the world. So, we'll talk about that later. So, but thank y'all for being here.
You always smile.
No problem.
Yeah, I figured just smile through it. Just smile through it.
You came out the womb like this. Yeah.
The irony is that my mom, they say I cried a lot when I was little. Oh. And I think it's because I had colic. I was a colic baby. And
college ain't for everybody, But
yeah.
Ricky,
you're crazy. You're crazy.
Yeah, on it tonight.
Yeah,
on it tonight.
I gotta cut loose because I gotta be at work in the morning. A whole full shift. Not complaining.
We're gonna move on into things in a moment here, so we can get it all cracking. And of course, I'll be on these articles discovering some things with y'all because there's some things that I don't get a chance to go all through it during the week. So I'll be discovering some stuff with y'all. So as we get ready for going to our tea, let's go ahead and spike some tea. Let's roll.
Yeah.
Go back. Well, that's the point I'm going to go to my editing tool. Don't worry, Mike. At some point, I'm going to go ahead and finish that opening. I just get back into the whole thing. But he ignored me anyway, so I don't really need to say nothing. But I want to go back and follow up on this article that we started off with last week. Naturally, we talked about the death of Kevin Samuels. And I don't know exactly how I want to classify this guy as maybe a podcaster or who's well known or something. I don't know how to classify that. I read other people say about him, but don't really know what I want to do.
That's the beauty of it too.
Yeah. Well, actually, I just wanted to bring out a couple things that other people were saying, like Vivica A. Fox calls Kevin Samuels' death karma. And so I thought that was interesting.
All the shit she do.
Well, I'm gonna read it. I'm just gonna read it, and then we'll talk about it. Vivica A. Fox had no kind words for Kevin Samuels after his death when asked about the polarizing YouTuber during a recent episode of Cocktails with Queens. Fox remarked that his death was karma for his critical behavior in life. She said, this man was a hypocrite, in my honest opinion. He really was. I didn't find anything about him to be healing. He insulted African American women on a consistent basis. She continued, she said, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when be so kind. She might not be so kind. Okay. So the fact that he killed over real supposedly with a woman that we don't yet know the nationality, rest in peace. Well, T.I. had made some comments too, and T.I. recently demanded that people stop criticizing the controversial figure. And what this is his quote, the shit is fucking a travesty of justice, is what he said on Instagram. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I ain't gonna let y'all bully this dead man. We gonna let this man rest in peace. And so he said, whatever he did it, and he's gone. He got away with it. F you. I ain't gonna keep cutting T.I. I'm saying that's between him. He said,
right,
God, him and the Lord gonna have with it. You ain't got no heaven or hell to put him in. And so they're saying here, they're still talking about the official cause of death and everything like that. But the picture of the Hortensia Alcantara, and I had this talk with my friend earlier because I said, PYT, if it's this little girl with him, she's a pretty girl. And so, like he told me, he says, honey, there is a lot of broken females out there who would want to be a person like that just because, they have low self-esteem, even though they're very pretty. They still have esteem.
Or maybe it was a facade and he probably had a different personality off the camera.
Yeah, it could have been that, or it could have been anything, a hit or whatever we said it. We talked about a lot of things earlier. And before I go any further and we talk about, I get you comments, there were other comments. Of course, I mentioned T.I. just now, Joe Budden, and more people, who reacted to this whole thing as well. And so, I don't want to talk about what the mother said. We talked about that last week, so I won't even get into that. But I know Joe Budden had said, he says, it's disgusting what y'all do when death occurs.
Mm.
He said, miserable F's praying for y'all.
Ooh,
Right.
So, we actually just now what T.I. had said. And let's see if anybody else had anything. Somebody had trouble man. See, this is kind of stupid stuff right here. He has this picture of Kevin Samuels like going up the stairs to heaven, and he got a caption saying, and y'all still fat and average. And see, that's why people hated him.
Mm.
That's why people hated so you can't steal.
It's like hate creating this whole hate narrative going back and forth. Now, people are like, taking it out of. To me, it's just it's they're doing too much. Like first thing and foremost, know how to talk to people. That I do get, but also know how to talk to each other. Know how to talk to each other. Like they birthing this whole now it's anti-man, anti-woman shit. This dialogue. We're gonna have a hard time reproducing. We're gonna have a hard time reproducing. And like that Biblical Fox comment, her stool should not be reaching space. That shit. She's she's way too high. Way too high. No, bring that shit down. She has the horse that she's sitting on is on some good ass weed.
Well, you know what? I mean, but everybody has a right to say whatever it is. And I understand because I mean, I personally believe that people who were major fans of his, men especially, self-esteem men. They love the fact that he was berating black women. I think it's low self-esteem. And so the women who were supporting him and wanting to talk to him, low self-esteem women. I don't think that anybody should have saluted a person who spoke like that. But I find something else. I got something I want to play for y'all in a few minutes, but I want to get your comments before I play this particular clip about what.
I just say with it, when did he pass? Was that last week or how long ago was that?
I think it was last Friday or something like that.
Yeah, I just say, kind of agree with T.I. to a certain extent, but I'm like, just leave it be, leave it where it is. I ain't really got much about it. Feel bad for the people that did love him. But, that's about it. That's about it. Everybody else gonna keep talking about it and still making it relevant. But it's like now I'm like he gone. It ain't nothing more we can do.
Nothing we can do about it, right? Let him go. Let that man rest. I mean, he did his dirt.
Because they're gonna get their time too when they dig up their nonsense, dig up they foolery, dig up their hypocrisy. Yeah, they're not gonna let you die. Just like you're not letting somebody else, pass on.
I just say wherever he go, God got a record of it in captions and quotations and everything, whatever he did and said. So that's the only person know.
Right.
What's so funny? I was watching just an old episode of 2.5 Men. And it was an episode where Charlie Sheen had his real life brother, Emilio Estevez, was on there, and they were playing like they were friends. And Emilio dropped dead, and then they had all the funeral women at the funeral and all this stuff going on. So afterwards, he talks to Charlie. Charlie's thinking about his funeral, having James Earl Jones speak and all that. So in there talking, they were talking about heaven and what heaven was like. And so Emilio's character was telling, Charlie's character about the heaven thing. He says, "Oh, so that's wonderful." He's like, "Well, I'm not there." He says, "They show us a video every day." He's not actually into heaven. He said, "They show us a video as they are oiling up the pitchforks."
Damn.
Oh wow!
I can see that.
And so the whole thing was just funny because I said to myself, again, like I said before, a person has their own contract to come here, and for whatever they do whatever, and if they don't do it the right way, they're destined to come back and have to do it again anyway. So if that was his destiny to come here and be an asshole, then that was his destiny to be an asshole. And then when his contract was up, he's out of here. But if he didn't do it the right way, my understanding is he got to come back. He got to do it all over again, in a different vessel. It ain't gonna be that same vessel there. Will he be somebody different? Will he be somebody better? We don't know. Absolutely.
Would
not.
he be
But
a fat female? That was an unattractive fat female. He keep talking about.
Sit it down.
Oh no!
Sit it down. Sit it down.
But this is reason why I brought this story to the table. There has been a rumor. I don't know if it's true. The family has refuted it. There is a rumor that Kevin had less than $1,000 in the bank when he died, and that the GoFundMe has to take care of his funeral. Well, the family turned around and said it's not true. But whether it's true or not, look what happened. This is somebody who, I don't know how much he knew him, but this is a name here in AT.
And say that you do nothing to men who have no authority. How can a man say that you are of low value after 35? How can a man say that you do not have the level of traction of a high-powered man when that man has got to get a GoFundMe for his funeral?
Nah, I don't even agree with that preacher.
Why would you?
That goes everything that a preacher stands for. So fuck him. And then straight up.
Do you recognize who that was?
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I mean, like you don't do that.
But I'm saying that I know that, but I'm saying that's Pastor Jamal Bryant, one of the largest churches here in Atlanta, New Birth. And so for him to, I was really shocked that he took that stance.
Because he didn't donate to the church. What he did do
that is very
he paid for a bunch of black kids college in education.
They're not gonna talk about that.
He did do that. But that money that went to the schools, that preacher probably wanted it to go to the church. So I mean, remember Bill Gates said he ain't leaving none of his money to his kids.
Yeah. He donated a lot, and his children
I don't know
the hard way.
Don't waste your time quoting Bill Gates on this show, but go ahead.
But remember, this is a human factor. You know what I'm saying? It's a human factor. And if we sit here and say that participating on podcasts means that you take on a personality and you have to kind of maintain your your status, then Charleston White out of Dallas puts on his facade and he tells you that he created that character for controversy. Kevin Samuels probably did the same thing. Matter of fact, there was a video out there when he first got started. He basically said, if I start doing this, then my numbers for my show will go up. Guess he switched over and crossed over and did exactly what he said that if he did, this would the results would be magnifying, and he did it. And he got there. Personally, I wouldn't carry on like he do, me personally, but if all we got to do is sit there and talk about somebody who passed and the way he died and then try to call him out, then hey, the more power to you. It could be karma, could be he fulfilled his mission and God brought him on home. You know what I mean? It's potato, tomato, you know what I'm saying? 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. It all depends on what you believe. And if you are privy to some extra information that causes you to feel and believe and think the way you think, then share that so everybody else can have an opposing view. I'm talking about just the world, period. So, talk about it. I mean, you gonna go to hell or heaven with him to tell him you were wrong? I mean,
so who's the real follower? Who's the real follower?
I don't know, man. That's just.
But I think that with that pastor, he actually took a step outside of what his whole sermon might have been about. To a certain extent.
Put it on his heart to do it.
Well, no, that more so had to do with like either operating in the flesh versus in the spirit, with bringing that information to the table to the whole church. That's really more so like a side conversation versus needing to tell everybody. But I get, you know, whether it's true or not. Only those that link to his account know. So,
Right.
You got to be linked in.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the thing is, it's not a situation for me, because I can still tell that people have a lot of bitterness about how folks feel about the situation. And honestly, no one's ever going to change the way that I feel. I think that he was really no one's ever going to change that, and I don't really have an opinion about people who are laughing or. That's not my wheelhouse. That's not my problem. That's not anything. That's them and they got that they got to deal with. It ain't got a damn thing to do with me.
I guess my question would be, why do people even care? If you didn't know him personally, why do you care? Anybody? I'm talking about the world.
I think that they care because it was such a strong opinion that went out there. And I think that's what, you know, sometimes you get back what you put out. I said that last week. I said, sometimes you live by the sword, you die by it too. When you're so strong, hey Bridget, we're so strong about putting some things out there. You know, you got to just be careful what comes back. It's just like me with this show right here. If I came on here and I was just like so ugly, you know, I could be very easily ugly. I could very easily say, "That's uneducated bastards." You know, with some of the stuff that I say, but I choose not to do that. I would much rather tell people something, help them along, help them to see and figure it out, but never to insult. Because remember, I said last week, do no wrong, do no harm. You know, but some people probably say, you're uneducated bastards. And I just don't believe in doing that.
But that was his nature, Tanya. Your nature is to be good. His nature was to be bad. So you got your good nature, you got the bad nature. Just I mean, it was what it was. I mean, it is what it is. So
in terms of good nature and bad nature, with that said, then people are so good at being bad with just not letting that man sleep. You want to dig up all these damn worms and shit. The man ain't even decomposed yet.
Let him sleep. Let him go. He's gone now.
People want to do an autopsy on his character when they already morally broke. So you got to carry on. They got to carry on that negative narrative. They got to.
I'm not mad about it.
They are carrying on this negative narrative.
Why are we talking about it?
That's still
because I chose to.
I'm saying I'm not saying you. I'm just saying people. Period. We as society. You know what I mean? This man played his part. He did exactly what he wanted to do. Whether his legacy is a positive one or a negative one, a week later after his death, the world's still talking about it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So his viewership is still going up.
I think it's because it was so harsh. It was so hardcore. Think about this. I want you all to stop for a moment and think about a year ago, maybe about a year ago, maybe a little less than a year, when we were on this show and we were spending an exorbitant amount of time talking about those views. Remember? Or has that skipped your mind already?
Those who?
Because I remember talking about those views that this cat would have. So this is not new at all. We spoke about this, how harsh it was. It's not like it wasn't spoken about in many different circles. So that's how it is when it comes to social media, especially, you know, this is a Black character, Black social media. They're going in. That's just how it is.
Oh,
and it wear off.
Black America is the best credit. Black America is the best credit.
This is like when you at a funeral for those that, you know, act a fool, that really didn't spend time with their loved one like they should have, but then act a fool like it really hurts them. So this is what this is. Is that what people doing? Like,
you know what
I'm gonna jump in the grave with them and bring them back. Okay, somebody know what I'm talking about, but it's all right.
I know you're talking about where they be trying to they're trying to pull grandma out the casket and everything, and trying to hug on her and everything.
Like, you know, you only spend like 30. Yeah, you only spent.
You talking about take me with you? We trying to hug. climb in the
Christmas
casket
with grandma the whole year.
Hmm.
Food at the funeral, like he was there all the time. Yeah.
Right.
I guess you gotta really care. Like I don't know the man personally. I don't visit him. I ain't never seen him. He ain't never paid nothing here. You know what I mean? So I that's what I'm saying. I find it hard to just kind of really get engaged. And a lot of people say they didn't agree with what he was doing or whatever the case may be. Then what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing to
I'll
counter
say
that?
this, and then
Not you.
then we
I'm
can
talking about. See, I'm saying. But what are people doing?
I know.
Yeah, but these people out here, what positive are they doing? Are they going out there making contact with those women who may have been on the show and got shattered and broken? We don't know. Like, but what are they doing? I guarantee you, I guarantee you, for the most part, about 85% of them ain't doing anything except for just talking and typing.
Well,
you know?
I'll say like this. I said what I said a while ago, but I feel like hell. Look at this. They're gonna talk about him for everything. He's being recognized for the bad things that he talked about or whatever the person he was, versus to look at Whitney Houston. They still talking about Whitney Houston. She's been dead for a minute. Mm-hmm. So they're gonna talk about one. They can talk about the other. I mean, I feel like you're gonna talk about him, but let the man rest. Let Whitney Houston rest. Let them all that passed away rest. We still talking about everybody that died, whether it's been a week later, 2 weeks later, 2 years later, 10 years later.
So does this happen with any controversial character or just him?
No, it happens with a whole lot of people.
I'm asking that question.
A lot of people.
Happens a lot of
I think it happens with a lot of people.
Because Mike, not trying to be funny, but when you go, everybody's gonna be saying, "Oh, yeah, Mike, the man, turn him loose."
Oh yeah, that's why I don't run. That's why I probably, they told me I make a good politician. I'm not getting into politics. All my shit come out of it. They're gonna have all my shit come out. They're gonna be having all kind of smearing campaigns. Did you know that I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know I did that.
One five toilet paper when he whacked. No.
I was like, damn, where y'all get that from? Like, what? Wow. Computers wasn't even my thing. Where the fuck y'all get that from? You know what I mean? So,
I mean, I just feel like you put it out there. You just got to know that somewhere along the lines it may come back. It may come back to you. And I had a point that I was going to make in just getting out of this. Really, at the end of the day, we have an issue. We have an issue in the Black community. We are actually trying to keep one another uplifted. When you have someone who was purposely tearing down the Black female gender, you ain't going to go over too well with not just one. I say a lot of men called him misogynistic. Mm-hmm. And you can do whatever you want, Mike. It don't matter to me. I don't care. But what I'm saying is, no, that's not even fair. It's not even fair because the thing is, when we're trying to keep people built up, no.
Derrick Jackson was out there doing that shit. And he was, and all the women loved him. Nah, fuck that. Everybody loved Derrick Jackson for what he did.
At a certain point, they tore his ass in.
Yeah, but when his ass got caught, they jumped ship. And that's what I'm saying. They jumped ship. They didn't stick with him. They didn't even count his good works. You can do 99 things right and one thing wrong. People gonna count it. They gonna act you for that one wrong thing. They're not gonna count your good works.
Well, I'm sorry. Sometimes when you walk out there, people, they look at you as some type of a martyr. It just happens.
I'm confused as fuck because if one of us was that man, Derrick Jackson or Kevin Samuels, and you know the good works that you're doing behind the scenes, whether you putting on the show or if that's actually who you are, you know what I'm saying? Do you get judged?
I don't give a damn who you are. What I'm talking about, Michael, is a message. There's a responsibility that we have, and you do not go out there and tear down the whole gender.
Who says it's anybody's responsibility? You said it yourself. People don't have to do a damn thing.
They don't, but I'm saying is that you have to respect the karma or what comes back to you, and that's what's happening.
That's between him and
don't be mad about it.
What?
No, that's between him and all these people who running that ass down right now.
You said don't be upset about it. I'm not upset about
you
it.
can't be upset about it because
I don't give two fucks about Kevin Samuels. No, I'm just what I've been trying to tell y'all.
No, let's make decisions on all this other stuff like that. Stop playing. The thing is, people make a decision. You make a decision, just like here on this show. We make a conscious decision as to what we want to put forward. You make a conscious decision about what wants to come out of your mouth.
Whatever Kevin Samuels said or did, and it affected whomever it affected, or if you advocate on behalf of those people that were affected, more power to you. I don't fuck with Kevin Samuels. I don't know him. He ain't did shit for me, so I don't give two fucks about him. But I'm not going to celebrate his death. Like I said, it's a human factor. It's a human factor, whether you got bad karma or not. That's what I've been saying. That's my stance.
Because there's people who do a lot of bad things. Tell them, I can't tell them what to do. If that's what they feel like they want to celebrate, I can't tell them not to celebrate.
I guarantee a lot of people done all the messages, all the mail, fan mail, or whatever. I guarantee you he got lots of messages.
Oh, now he frozen.
Take a picture of that.
Everybody do
that.
I'm pretty sure he got all of that.
You froze.
You froze.
What you were saying because you froze.
That's fine, but I'm pretty sure he got all of that. This could be if it were, and I don't wish this bad on nobody. A lot of people don't like Candace Owens because of the stand she takes. But if she were to die, are people gonna celebrate her death? Or they gonna look at her achievements for being a black woman in a position that not many people get to. So will she be hated or celebrated? Give me some love, man. That's all I ask.
Some people might decide to, like right this moment. I can tell you right now, I started doing a story on Candace probably about 2 weeks ago. But I kind of watch black folks just so on the fence with her. They don't give her respect. So I just say, I'm kind of like, I'll let the time go by on that one. I'm proud of her for what she does.
I'm like 50-50 with some of the stuff she says. And if it's something that's, worth going to research, then I'm like, okay, she kind of got a, I can't knock her for how she feels or her views or her takes on it.
This is very interesting.
Some of her stuff is kind of, I agree. And there's a couple of things I disagree about,
I'm sure.
It's like, just hear him out. You pick and you choose. You pick and choose what you want to, to give any energy towards.
Right, Tanya. We had that conversation about we had that conversation about the one of the presidents, and we talked about the good that he did, but it got overshadowed by all of the negativity. Right now, when you break it down and you actually look at some of the amazing feats that were accomplished under the presidency. It got totally wiped out by all of the everything else. But did they not accomplish some great things?
Yeah, he's still kicked ass.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's the
back to kick some more.
So that's the stance that I'm kind of trying to compare it to. It's like. We don't know what we don't know. We only know what we see or what's been told to us. And so
the only difference is that when I look at that character, he didn't come in to do harm. He came in to uplift and do a lot of things, and he did a lot of good things. Media that dragged him because the media painted a picture because they didn't want you to like him on purpose. The media is controlled by an entity that doesn't want us to see the light. They want us to see darkness. They want us to live in darkness. They never want us to get up from darkness, So
when it comes to Mr. Samuels, that's all I'm saying, because I can give countless of examples of people that a lot of people advocate for and a lot of people just naturally hate. But when they pass, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Senator John McCain. But he was the senator, he was the man over Arizona. Arizona was the last state to actually finally celebrate MLK Day. depending on what you believe and how you feel.
Well, he was a bad character. He was a bad character.
But you see what I'm saying? But everybody loved him.
Go to chat, Tanya.
Everybody who didn't know loved him.
See what I'm saying? So some people, not celebrated, but like were sad, but kind of had positive things to say about the man and his character and his legacy. Those who knew other things probably bashed him. And guess what?
They called him. Well, he didn't get the name. No name.
Yeah, but I never met the man. He never.
Kevin Samuels had no good legacy. Everything his legacy was bad because he talked about women. Period. If he put some stuff out there about some good stuff, okay, they would have been saying some good stuff about him. But he didn't. Right. I guess that's what she's coming through with.
That's what I'm saying. But so nobody else know that he paid for them kids' college.
No, and I don't even believe it.
They didn't put that out. They only put the bad stuff out there. So I mean,
yeah, and I want to really. I just wanted to say over in the chat, Shamika Nicole. Hi, Shamika Nicole.
Yeah.
She said that I think people aren't generating or aren't celebrating Kevin Samuels' death more. They're celebrating the death more because they're celebrating the karma or the dying of the negative message that died with him. Like that's what they're really celebrating. That's what she's hitting on.
I just feel like this. People better have that same energy for everybody in their neighborhood, everybody in their church, everybody in their family. They better have that same energy about the people that died, that they loved ones, knowing that them people are bad in your family. And I'm just saying that overall. That's my thing. We pick and we choose. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm just going to say this, but like I was trying to say a while ago, Mike, and I don't think you caught what I was saying.
I caught it.
Black women, just as Black men, we have times where we struggle with the image of whatever media brings, whatever history brings, whatever. We struggle with those images. Therefore, it's not helpful to have someone within your own race berating and bringing down a whole gender. That's horrible.
That's been going on since the beginning of time.
But you know what? It might have been going on beginning of time, but it did not happen in that same manner as this person was just so
social media, the technology.
I cannot think of a positive thing that the man said, but neither here nor there. We got to move on.
We're moving on.
Let's get some Motillo.
Let's give it a shot.
So I don't know of anything positive that cat did, and I figured that if he had,
and that's sad because you don't know him personally, you would never know he did do anything positive.
But I'm saying if he had done, I think they would have publicized that a little bit more.
No,
I never saw it.
No, because when you start talking about women's rights and the equality and all of everything else, they're gonna publicize that. We know that. We see that when it comes to everything else.
Well, then again, if you really think about it, like I said to y'all last week, if a person is out there raping and pillaging, are we really going to celebrate anything good that they do? Let's move on.
Celebrate their death. I mean, unless you just want to say, "I'm glad that motherfucker."
But I'm talking about the college thing. I'm talking about the college thing, the paying for the tuition.
I mean, you gotta look like well, you know, the one thing he did do before he left here was he helped some kids get their education. But other than that, he was a sorry motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
if a person is raping and pillaging, you know what I mean? So we're really gonna stop and say, "Hey, but he paid for some school, no matter that he did all this horrible stuff."
Was he raping and pillaging?
Right, but I'm saying I don't necessarily mean raping a body. I don't necessarily mean that. I'm not talking about a body, but just raping and pillaging just in general. You don't understand what I'm saying.
I don't agree with that message because had it not been for a conversation at the smoke pit, I still would not see Trump in the manner to which I see him now. See, I had a growth mindset that expanded my mind at that point in time and listened to what that man was telling me.
You should have had a conversation with me then. Thank you.
I didn't know you then. So what I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, at that time, when I say this was years ago before I even met with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that man shared some information with me that allowed me to see something else So I was able to go seek that out and find out and be like, oh, okay. Besides this, he actually did some good things. However, this is overshadowing. I can respect this and not necessarily agree with what I'm being presented with. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't never have a full story.
Right.
And that's my thing. That's my thing. And I get it. I get it. There's evidence. There's tons and tons and hours of film.
It came out of his mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean,
it came out of his mouth. I think I gave y'all the analogy last week when I was saying about some of these celebrities who have done horrible things against. I don't care what kind of charitable events that they ever might do. You harm children, you will never be good in my book. That's how people might equate it in the same way. Okay, let's get Shamika's comment before we turn the cone. Margo, you want to read it?
Yeah, Shamika Nicole said Kevin picked to be a multi-million person platform and was being paid to spew negativity. My cousin Ray being negative isn't as impactful as Kevin was due to the size of his platform.
So at this point, is your viewership? I mean, because if you're a nasty person, you're a nasty person, whether there's 1,000 people watching you or 1 million people watching you. And that's what I'm saying. Like at that point, people tend to start nitpicking at what's acceptable, what's not. Oh, well, this person nasty, but they only nasty to a few. This person nasty to millions. See what I'm saying? And I'm not bashing anything. I'm just kind of saying, like when we used to use that example for the preacher supposed to stand firm on whatever the case may be, but you airing out dirty laundry. And then I guess for you,
subliminally,
you see what I'm saying? I guess for you and your church, that'll help get you some attention. That'll help get all of those people that didn't like him to kind of advocate on your behalf now. See, that's what you call an opportunist, and not necessarily a servant of the law.
I'm not going to say whether he was or not. I'm going to say that if you are here in AIL like I am, there's certain people who live certain lives that are not true. They've talked about how Kevin was living and his renting his place and him doing this. They're living lives. They live a lot of lies here too. Some of those circles interact. And so who knows what Pastor Bryant knew about Samuel's?
He may very well have. That's the information I don't have.
But I'm saying, if he went to his own pulpit and put that out there, there might be some information that he has that you and I don't have for him to be bold enough to do that.
So I know some preachers. I know some preachers personally that I've encountered that I've, when I was going to, certain churches and things like that, and they would do that. They would help the congregation. They would get information from the congregation, and then the next thing you know, whatever they was with, they was preaching about it on the next time they had an opportunity to preach. Like other people don't know who the hell you talking about.
Yeah, they ain't saying no names, but they know the scenario.
And so did everybody else in the church. So did everybody else in the church. And so to me, I personally don't agree with that. I may not have the whole story. Maybe the person gave permission and said, yes, share my story so other people can learn too. That may well have happened. I don't know that. But if I don't know that and I see that, I'll be like, man, you just sit there and tell that woman or that man whole business to the church. And it's some messy folks up in here. You know what I mean? That's like you said, like a lot of us are saying, I think we all saying similar things. We just got different, slightly various views on it. Shamika made a good point. You know what I mean? And I get it, because like when you compare what he's doing to that of someone murdering, slandering, raping, pillaging, and all that, you're like you said, you're hurting or harming people. That's what you said last week, correct? Right, Tanya? Yeah. Is she froze?
Yes.
Yeah, I think she froze. Okay.
So, and that's all I'm saying. Like, so I get it. You know what I mean? Y'all know I play devil's advocate in the argument and see both sides. So it's just like, I get it on one hand, but on the other, it's just like, what's people's motivation for speeding into that when they don't even deal with this man besides what they see on a show or what they see come across their timeline? You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
And that's all I'm saying. Because I can go back and forth and because I do get it. I do get it. I do understand. You know what I mean? Because if my child came in there and said, I watched this video and it hurt my feelings, and then I'm gonna go look at the video, I'm gonna be like, who the hell is this asshole who think they, you know what I'm saying, talking about kids with afros? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm just like I don't know, but like I get it, and it's because it's the same thing as bullying. If you got children and you got kids go to school, it's the same thing with bullying. So I totally understand it. But if that little kid die, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna be celebrating their death or not, or I might be misspeaking when I say celebrating their death. If you talk to the people that's y'all get what the hell I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I get you trying to say.
Yeah, I'm done because I do get it. I do understand, but I just don't see how. I guess my thing is I don't see how people let it affect them if they know they're living in their life and their truth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I don't know what people are dealing with personally. I just, if we all on a path to peace and all of that, and we living in our own self and acknowledging our truth, then what somebody else say about us really shouldn't matter. And it is with that thought why I can't see how people let it affect them. But I understand that it does.
I'm sorry. I'm ready to get off the subject myself.
Yeah, let's go.
But I'm going to just be honest and say, I'm just going to be honest and say, again, sometimes you live by the sword, you die by it too. Yeah. That's all I got to say.
Hold on to your truth. There you go.
All right. Young Jock. What happened, Jock? Young arrested and charged with child abandonment. What happened? Yeah, he spent a few hours in the Gwinnett County, Georgia before posting the $1,300 bond. According to the Jasmine brand, JCO, Amon Robinson, that's Jock's name, was pulled over for speeding when discovered that he was driving on a suspended license. The license suspension was a result of an active arrest warrant out on the road. Okay, so he was taken into custody around 3 a.m. and posted bond about $1,300, with $45 in fees about 5:03 a.m. and all that, blah, 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 over in Gwinnett County. Yeah. While the reason behind the arrest warrant was not officially reported, the Jasmine brand reports that the Frank Pop Atlanta star was booked and charged with abandonment of a dependent child. He had children with 4 different women, and they said that this isn't the time that he has gotten into trouble regarding one of the children. In related news, he and his oldest son, Robinson, got into an argument while filming. Yes, I remember that during the season when they got into a big altercation during filming Love and Hip Hop last year. And the heated exchange was a result of one of Amani's friends getting Jock's nightclub, which is called The Venue, was shut down in 2019. So they don't have any more information on this whole thing, but Jock, I hope that all turns out well for him. Y'all have any comments before I decide where we're going next, what story we're going to next? I have so many things, but any comments before we go and move forward?
Yeah, with him, yeah, it's going down.
Yeah, real life is going down.
Real life.
And hit you where you stay. Them lyrics in that song,
Man, it hit hard, don't it now? It hit hard.
To go down. Real life guaranteed to go
right.
down.
Well, you know what? I see Shamika had some more comments, and I think Michael is going back and forth. Y'all want to hit that real quick?
Yeah, it's a lot. Shamika wrote a book. Shamika wrote a dissertation up in here, man. So I think which was the last one we covered? I can go down and just read everything.
About Ray, my cousin Ray. That was the last one.
That was the last one we read.
In the middle was talking about my cousin Ray.
In the middle.
The one at 10:20 is the next one that she do. The one at 10:20 p.m. Start there.
Y'all got timestamps on here? I'm looking on my dang YouTube.
Yeah. Don't y'all have timestamps?
Well, I'm looking at YouTube. That's why. All right, it's levels to this. She says it's different. It's levels to this stuff. All right, the more people. She was talking about the platform. We were talking about the numbers. She said the more people you can reach. Whoa. Okay, there we go. The more people you can reach, the more impactful you are, or you are, be it negative or positive. She said Kevin put out what he wanted us to see. Excuse me. It wasn't someone taping his private life and sharing it. It was him putting out here to the people. Him putting himself out there to the people. And then it's and I told her, I said, hey, Shamika, that's a good point of view. So basically, he sold his soul, for the riches and fame, and the devil came to collect. And I said, hey, you go, girl. That particular explanation kind of sits a little bit easier than just kind of going ham. And then she thumbs up to that. So I guess for me, that explanation kind of put it into perspective. You know what I mean?
And she put she her books and stuff and her writing.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, appreciate it, because I didn't look at it as in betwixt and in between the crossroads. So being at them crossroads, and then people they come that time when you go out there and you make a deal with the devil. You know what I mean? And then, depending on what choice you make, you gotta pay the devil a due. So
yeah, I just really feel like,
yeah,
that's a better shot. Actually, get ready to post to social. That's why I'm getting the pictures ready. So y'all have a choice.
Oh snap! I didn't send you mine. Because you was froze with them duck lips.
If it's something where I look crazy, I ain't gonna put it up if I look completely crazy.
You gotta be one. You gotta be true. You gotta keep it real. You
can't pick and choose. Can't pick and choose.
Yeah.
I always pick and choose. I'm single, no. I gotta be looking, dog.
You want me to email them or put them in the group?
You can email it to me.
All right.
Tandiland pictures. Y'all want to take a shot?
What kind of
y'all
shot?
Y'all want to take a quick shot?
What kind of shot?
I mean, I'll take a picture. I'll take a picture of y'all now. If y'all want to take a nice shot.
Oh, she's talking about it. Okay, she's talking about it. All right.
Picture. Y'all want to take a picture?
Yeah.
Mike, go look at the doggone screen. Mike is not looking at the screen.
I am. I'm all in the screen.
Okay, let's see if I can get one, because what y'all see is okay. Let's Rick, put your hand down, Rick. Let's see if I can get one now. Dang it! Do it one more time. Okay, that's good, because it comes up differently. It comes up on the delay on the phone, and that's when I hit it.
Yeah, you got a piece of spinach in between there.
Have some greens in there.
Yeah, a piece of spinach up there.
Was it spinach?
Well, this is another story here, and we know I love myself some Romeo. Now, Romeo Miller has been receiving hate mail for his
from Romeo.
From his female fans.
Romeo. Just being funny.
Yeah, there's women that are hating on him since he became a dad. They said Romeo Miller has received a lot of
responsible and stuff.
And they talk about it.
And if he died today, and if he died today or tomorrow, they'll be damning his death.
But I'm saying, no, it won't go that bad, because he ain't saying nothing bad about women. But just the fact that
he had a baby by one.
Now, I mean, listen, the arrival of his first child, and he had to the young lady by the name of Drew Sanger, and they announced it. You know, they welcomed their baby girl. You know, Romeo's 32, and they put pictures on Instagram. And he said, I have lost a lot of fans. A lot of females sent me hate mail when I had my daughter because a lot of people felt like it was supposed to be them. And as crazy
Yeah.
as that sounds, I kind of felt that pressure growing up. Now, y'all have to be honest. If you know anything, you may not know this about meant, so share it with you. There's a lot of male artists. Females don't have to do it as much, but there's a lot of male talent out there that has to pretend like they're
Yeah.
single because,
That
yeah, women have it
you
in their
don't.
head.
Yeah, they don't know that these dudes are married. I remember Kendrick Lamar and also golly, what's his name? It'll come to me later, but didn't know that they was married. And when you found that, I wasn't like shocked, like, oh my God, they shouldn't be. That messes it up for me, or the idea I had in my own head of what
Wow.
could possibly happen. Like, but it still was sad for some people to be that crushed to be like, you gonna send them
Right.
hate mail for real? Like,
All that they
you
did,
don't know
hey,
you, ain't
all
never
that they
saw you,
did.
ain't even had an afterthought about you. Like, you don't.
Look, all that they
Right.
did, they
That's
did him a
sad.
favor. They mailed in their bullets, and he
Be
didn't
like,
have to dodge it.
it
He
just
didn't have to
killed my
dodge it.
fantasy. Like, and
You are that abrasive, like you can't celebrate someone's happiness. You think they're entitled to.
yeah.
You think you're entitled to it. Like I said, those are just bullets that they mailed in that he didn't have to dodge.
Sorry, Jamaica is wild. She wild. She live and fire right now, y'all.
Mm.
Ooh.
Mhm.
She would though. She's telling the
You
truth
know
in
what,
her comments. She
nigga?
would do that for real though.
Jamaica
Well,
live and fire
I
right
have
now.
a wait. I got a comment from Zach. I'm trying to figure out if he's saying he said if women are thinking like that, do we really want them raising our babies? I wonder if he's talking about this subject or the one before. So Zach, you got to clarify for me. But he also had mentioned something that I didn't want to say before, but I'll say it now. And the thing with John McCain behind the scenes, we know that him and Lindsey Graham, they were responsible for ISIS. And so anybody who knows behind the scenes knows how dirty No Name was. And so
Right.
No Name. Hey, clarify for me, let me know which subject. You talking about the Kevin Samuels, you talking about Romeo? Which one it is you're referring to on that. But I tell you, that's really sad that folks would feel that way about Romeo. Cause and then the baby is just the
What's
cutest
the
thing
Jeremio? What
ever.
about
Yeah,
Jeremio?
the man
Jeremio.
is growing up. Like you said,
Romeo,
you said he's 34. This is his first
Yeah,
child.
that man
32.
grown. He ain't growing up. His ass is
Yeah,
grown.
but I'm just saying, this is his first child, y'all. I'm like, congratulate him, beautiful baby.
Congratulations.
Right.
Yeah,
Why
congratulations,
y'all?
Romeo.
Somebody somewhere had in their head that Romeo was gonna choose them.
Yeah, yeah,
Talking about
yeah,
if women are, he said if women are thinking like that, do you raising their babies? And he's talking about Romeo when women going crazy like that. Do you
yeah.
want that to be your baby mama?
And
And
just
they
like,
tripping out on Romeo had a baby who they don't even know.
and it was
Right.
the other artist that came to mind was J. Cole. Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole didn't know that they was married, but found that on like this little thing I watched. And then yeah, to that, even with that R. Kelly story, for all them songs that he made, did nobody know that he was married behind the scenes for a
I
while.
knew that.
Right.
I
So
never.
You keep your private
And that
life
was
private.
something that
he
his
definitely was
wife,
rolling out them
Drea,
songs like he was single though. But
yeah, but you know what? That
yeah,
his wife Drea would played in on that too. She
yeah.
knew all that. She knew a lot of stuff, and
And I know
pretended
they
like
had
she
to,
didn't later on.
Mhm.
yeah.
But Drea knew stuff, and she tried to pretend like she didn't. But Romeo, we congratulate you on your first child, and of
Yes,
course, continued success on that. Just now, you mentioned Kendrick Lamar, and I just want to go on real quick. Nipsey Hussle, reacts to Kendrick Lamar's The Heart Part 5. He was saying the tribute was beautiful. Just saying that, there was a portion of one of the verses here. I'll go ahead and just read a little bit here as to what happened. And I haven't been giving y'all my sources. This is
Okay.
hits.com.
Me and Michael got a hand up because you said who reacted to the thing?
Okay, I'm sorry. The brother of Nipsey Hussle. The brother of Nipsey Hussle. Did I say Nipsey Hussle?
Brother. Okay, because I'm like,
okay.
You said Nipsey.
Yeah.
And so we was all
okay. I'm
like,
sorry.
We know you got some extra information that we ain't privy to, but what the hell you know?
I mean, he's somewhere hiding with Tupac.
Hold up, y'all.
Right. I'm glad you said that, Margo.
Y'all gotta have your cameras on. I couldn't get to it fast enough.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm only going to get a chance to read a little bit of this because the hiphopdx.com article has disappeared. But I can read just the beginning. Kendrick Lamar's surprise drop of The Heart Part 5 had the internet ablaze with conversation on Monday, this Monday, May 9th. But one verse in particular stood out as listeners because it seemed to be from the perspective of the late Nipsey Hussle. And I hate that the article is gone because I really wanted to read that to you. Where it says post not found.
Yeah, and the video been fucking around and be not found no more either.
But really? For those who did see it,
I'm speculating right now. I mean, but a message like that and the controversy and like that blew up like wildfire. Mm-hmm. So you already know what's gonna happen or try to happen.
And I had read it; it was good to bring it to y'all, but unfortunately, y'all, I can't bring that one.
If you listen to the song and you into music and you actually listen to the lyrics, it makes sense. But if you listen to the song, watch the video and listen to the song, they work in tandem. So they work in tandem, and you get it. It makes it make more sense. So powerful message though.
In that section where it mentions, it doesn't necessarily mentions, but it talks about it. And in the video, watch the video, like Mike said, you'll see what goes on with the camera in the changing. In that particular part, I really understood it and felt it. I thought it was like a beautiful piece to give like that little tribute out to him.
Yeah.
And the message was,
I mean, it was Will Smith face was on there. Excuse me.
It was a lot of different OJ Simpson and a bunch of different people's faces in the certain sections of the rap, but it did make sense.
But the faces switching out go with the wordplay and verb play of this,
the flow of the song.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay. My freezing face wasn't so bad. I don't think.
No, the last one that you did was actually a good one.
But the first one was kind of
you had the duck lips going.
I see the pouty look. Okay.
Yeah.
You had that what you talking about, Willis face. Yeah.
Put a little air in here, get some circulation.
Talk about Willis face. Well, you know what? I'm sorry that I don't get your Lamar, but thank y'all for bringing what you all brought on it. So
hey, because Shamika say she was like, I was like Nipsey, she's like, when? What? Now when you
reading that title, somewhere while I was reading that title, I got it mixed up in that when I was reading the title of the article.
When you go back and watch the show, you're gonna see everybody's face go, like
It was something about. I think what it is when I said Nipsey Hussle's brother. Maybe I didn't get enough of that out.
Yeah, we didn't catch the
you might have froze
because we was like, that nigga still alive. Yeah. You on the island with Tupac. He finna come back. They finna go hard together. What?
Okay, here's the deal, y'all.
It's an accident, man.
Young Thug has had a bad week, y'all. Atlanta rapper Young Thug and the YSL crew, they were hit with RICO charges, and they have had a really bad week in the ATL. So let's go ahead. Let's run through it real quick. On Monday, May 10th. No, Monday was not May 10th. Monday was May 9th. But Atlanta rapper Young Thug was among 28 individuals who was arrested and hit with RICO, that's Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, conspiracy charges. Everyone was indicted by the grand jury and stands accused of being a part of a street gang with fellow rapper Gunna among those charged. They said that Thugger got pinched in his own crib. Okay, so they're saying the New York Times is saying that Mr. Williams has reshaped the rap world throughout his decade-plus career and inspired a host of emulators as he earned 3 #1 albums on Billboard chart and collaborated with stars across the rap world and beyond. His arrest comes as District Attorney Fannie Willis of Fulton County, a Democrat best known, why they had to put it as a Democrat best known for her investigating whether former president, oh man, you can save all that. I ain't mentioning none of that, mentioning my president. Anyway, moving on. The arrest of Mr. Williams at his house in a well-heeled Buckhead neighborhood was confirmed on Monday night by Jeff DeSantis, a spokesperson for Miss Willis' office, who said that several other people named in the indictment were also arrested. The 56-count indictment accuses Young Thug, born Jeffrey Williams, of being the founder of Young Slime Life, which the DA contends is a criminal street gang that was founded in Atlanta in 2012 and is also allegedly affiliated with the Bloods. From the charges, it seems that Thugger's YSL Records label is merely a shell company for a criminal activity that also happened to be a music industry success story. Okay. I'll read a little bit more. They say Twitter's having a field day with the revelations of this whole thing, and Thugger and his crew have been accused of. Also, worth mentioning, the DA brings down RICO charges on you which have been used to take down organized crime. That means that they have the goods on you. So I'm not going any further because they done pissed me off that they had to tell us who this B was. And I don't get that. Okay, anyway, they had to break down her damn history of who she was because she got them all called up and arrested. But what do y'all feel about that before I go any further? Because I'm being fast tonight.
You got way too many people in the camp.
You better not. You better not.
Like,
or they may like it. I don't know.
I'm just trying to figure out. You say him and
you gotta. I'm responding to Jimmy's comment. My bad.
Oh, what's that? Okay, y'all. What'd you say first of all, Margo? What'd you say?
Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say with whoever got arrested. You were saying with his organization or his little group called Young What Life?
Well, they're trying to say that the whole thing was a front for the criminal activity. And like Zach just said here online, he said if they got RICO charges, that means they're probably never coming home again.
We'll be sitting in there like that.
No, that's a life sentence. Automatic.
Yeah, Jimmy Jacobs was saying, I wonder if he's gonna wear some female cloths in jail. No, I don't know.
Yeah, because last week, didn't Jimmy say that? Jimmy talked about that when we were talking about Young Thug, because remember last week, Young Thug said that men who don't have jobs should not be allowed to nut, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He so said it. Yeah.
Oh, ski, God. No.
My God, what have we done?
Lock and loaded.
Yeah, because you said that's who you was talking about. Because he made that comment that I was like, okay, that nigga sounds special. He sounds. I say he really talks like that for real. He might need to be one of them.
Look at Michael's face. Look at Michael's face.
Hardcore rapper, but he's glossy.
Hey.
But I'm like this. I'll say this. That's some deep stuff right there. I know my cousin had asked me. My cousin Rosalind was like, Tanya, do you hear about Young Thug? You know, she was like, you need to pull that story. I said, okay, cuz I'm gonna pull that story. You know, so I pulled the story.
No, I was gonna say thanks, Jimmy, for clarifying. He is real special. Okay, thank you for knowing that. Thank you, Jimmy.
In this particular article that I had pulled, they were trying to say that Chloe Bailey, you know, the singer Chloe Bailey's sister, the two girls from the Grownish, you know, the duo, that she was kind of linked to Gunna. And they're like, okay, don't go full Monica, you know, and be like Monica with C Murder. And like she's trying to say, well, I'm not hooked up with him like that. But I guess everybody's trying to give her some advice, girl. Don't be full Monica and you know, throw yourself in front of the bus like she did with C Murder, and he saw Murder in prison still in prison right this moment. And so I don't know the whole deal on that, but she's denying that there's a connection, but who knows? So I don't know, y'all. That's some deep stuff right there.
Yeah.
That's some deep stuff right there. When it comes
enough to know just what I want.
Okay.
I
like I said, okay. Well, I'm only gonna do one more stuff. One or two more stories, and then we're gonna get on to our main, so that we can get off the chat. Me and get off the Who Spiked the Tea. And I'm only doing a few more so I can get these daggone pictures up because I'm late tonight. I gotta get them on social media, and I'm working over here with these two phones, and it ain't looking right. And I'm trying to get Mike's pictures, and I'm trying to do all of it. So we're gonna get it out there. But here's just a couple more things I'll say. They were still talking about this whole slap. The slap. Why are we still talking about the slap? You know, first of all, I'm not getting into the whole thing about it, but Chris Rock joked that people who say words hurt have never been punched in the face at the Oscars, you know. And also, Wanda Sykes is saying that she's still traumatized by Will Smith's Oscar slap. She says she can't talk about it. So I'm like this. Let's just figure out why the hell she can't talk about it.
Maybe
she's saying that.
Back to reality, like it's over, it's done.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, consider her name is on that list too. She might need a slap. Go ahead.
Well, have y'all heard the latest that he lost a whole lot of contracts and endorsements behind that slap?
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't mess with Saturday Night Live.
He's still rich, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I think that's what he probably was crying. He was crying about it because he knew that was coming, but that was a part of the plan.
You can't touch Saturday Night Live, people. You can't touch them.
Back up out of some stuff he got himself in, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Either way it goes, it's like
you need to go to Africa.
Still rich.
I really believe, and I still believe it's a sham. I still do. I just think that they threw it out there, thinking it was going to go somewhere, and they were trying to hide some stuff. I still believe it.
It is questionable.
I got one thing. I'm just being silly. But best friend. I see you with your comment. Shamika Nicole said, as for Monica, she says, I'm not standing between a man's legs and a picture if we're not an item, or at least trying to give him some pretty kitty.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm
like best friend. Really? Your comment.
you know what I'm saying?
Y'all are crazy. Okay, let me do this whole thing. Let me just say a few things. This whole thing about Wanda Sykes. Sykes. She says, "I'm still traumatized. I can't talk about it. I get emotional. I couldn't believe he was still sitting there like an asshole." And she was referring to how Smith remained seated during the ceremony before later winning Best Actor. She said, "Shouldn't you be sitting there with a lawyer, LAPD, mother effer?" You know, I'm just like, then she's like, I hope he, I hope he gets his together. Until then, F him. I'm like, she went too hard and too far. It wasn't like she got slapped.
The thing is, how long ago was the slap? Wanda, you a little late with your response.
Yes.
Like,
Very late.
a month late,
I mean,
a month and a
way
half
back.
late. I don't know.
Wanda
A lot
was
of
being
people
silly.
still
That's all, y'all.
traumatized. They were traumatized and they needed, to process. And they've been processing all these weeks. And now they're just now able to come and talk to people about it.
No,
He said, process all these weeks.
Process and traumatized. I'm like, did you feel the slap? Did it slap you into your soul?
It was
Like, what's going on?
It was a slap heard around the world.
Yeah, it was like his soul left his body and went into hers, and she felt. I mean, like what? Like,
I mean,
Margo,
did y'all see him?
can't-
Did y'all see him when the award got presented? He was standing there. He was like,
I'm right here.
he just slapped the hell out of me. I don't know.
I can't believe
She probably got the echo slap. She probably got that echo.
slap.
She got the
That
echo
is
slap.
crazy.
That's not, that whether it was a real slap or a face slap, man. That's humiliating. That's humiliating. That's humiliating stuff.
I'm not gonna say that it's not. I
Yeah.
mean, to a certain extent, he took it and he took it like a champ and tried to make a little small joke about it in that face. But I think when he
That's a man for that ass. That's a man.
Yeah.
But did y'all hear Will Smith's comeback though? Like Will Smith's comeback was like perfect. He made a rap song about it. Like he made a rap song like a few days afterwards. I loved it. Like
Really?
He made a rap song like shortly after that.
I missed that.
I might have to find it.
Well, I don't know if he made it. I don't know if he made it before, but it definitely came out right after the slap happened, and it was very intentional. It was very intentional.
Who did now?
Will
Smith. He came out with the rap song. Yeah, like right after the slap, it came out like 2 days later.
Jamie Foxx had something to say about it too. I forgot what he said, but Jamie Foxx was talking about it on NEWSBREAK or something. He was talking about it.
And I ain't no big fan over there on there. I ain't no big fan.
Everybody just need to go to Africa.
I swear, it's not gonna hurt Will's millions. Will is set for Will's
for a good while.
Kids and his kids and his kids are all set.
Right.
As far as the other one, it just gave him more exposure.
As he went on tour.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. Just gave him more exposure.
And now Will is on them streets.
It was a win-win.
He can go back to past to his place in Philly and got that street cred now, huh?
I guess it's one of those things like
that bully.
What is it? I guess it's one of those things like, would you get slapped for $1 million? That's pretty much the case. That's pretty much the case. They did the slap and got their bread.
Will Smith is on Disney.
I think I finally got together, y'all. So
you're gonna be slapping everybody.
Y'all want to hit the chat before I do my last story? Y'all want to hit the chat before I do the last story?
I don't know how far the last one I seen was Shamika said, she said, where we go? I just seen it. Y'all just moved the thing on me. Oh, she said at
9:53.
Yeah, she said that Chris suffers from an ailment that doesn't allow him to read body language. Anybody know that man wasn't walking up to that stage to play with you?
Because
he suffers from reading body language.
You know why? Because he said it on stage. He said, "Uh-oh."
You know what? I really believe they set up, and he didn't really believe. I believe it was set up, and he didn't really believe that Will. And they agreed it was going to happen. And then when Will was up, he was saying to himself, "Oh man, this man is really going to do this." I really believe that's what happened. Y'all ain't with my theory, but
on
that,
that's like, that's enough time for like Will to do it. He was doing his taxes. He was baking cookies. He was writing a dissertation. Enough time for his ass to dodge. He was doing several careers on his way to slap his ass. Even the hand cocking back. Come on, man.
Everything.
Yeah. So he didn't listen.
He didn't talk his going back to stretch.
Rick.
Yeah.
He did that little Mac power punch on Mike Tyson Punch Out. Way back here, like
he have enough time. Hit select.
All right.
Select.
But yeah.
Well, you get all the comments that we're gonna get before we move on. No, because I only heard y'all read one comment.
Yeah, I got a slight delay over here.
Huh?
I guess my
Margo, you will help me out with comments?
Yeah, it says Jimmy Jacob said Shamika for real from that comment about reading body language. But Shamika Nicole came back with, I'm imagining Chris's lawyer looking like Medea on Diary of a Mad Black Woman when she said, "Oh, he hit you? Oh," and start tapping away on the calculator. Major deduction. Like we gonna add some little extra on there. And then Jimmy said, I said last week, pull up with Lisa Ray so he can bust his confidence. And I guess that had to do with the
boost his confidence.
Boost. Well, he put bust, but boost his confidence. And then Shamika and Nicole said, yes, they said Chris even talked about it years ago. I have yet to look it up though. But I'm not sure.
What? Talked about what? Tell Shamika, come on with the deets.
What are you hitting on, Shamika?
Come on with the deets.
Yeah. But I think too they were talking about the Will Smith and Jada with her and cheating on him with August Alsina, and then all that stuff on the Red Table Talk. Remember when we were saying that Will ought to come up with somebody looking real and get Jada back in line?
Yeah.
Because I think at one point it was saying in the news that she was making trouble or giving people, attitude, people that's been helping her for years and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we were talking about that last week on the show.
The lady that they was talking about they got let go or whatever.
Right. And she kind of tripping. She's tripping with a lot of folks, but
and
I look at it this way. I mean, I know y'all don't have anything to that back this up with, and you hear me saying stuff, and you don't necessarily know if it's real, if true, or what have you. But that's a family in crisis right this moment. Mm-hmm. I mean, his name is on that list.
That's why they need to go to Africa.
I don't think he just get to go nowhere where he can't be.
I just think they just people like when that stuff like that start going on and your life is going in disarray. I don't whether you're running, hiding, or causing things, or maybe the Lord trying to tell you something. You just need to you just take a seat, sit down, and chill out. Between the two of them, they can sit down for a long time. You know what I mean, and be all right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah, just chill out, man, and if the family mean anything to you, you know what I'm saying, get out the public's eye, and then and take care of what matters to you most. You know what I mean? At least that's my thoughts.
Because there's that whole thing. I've been wondering how remember I said to you all some people surrendered publicly to the alliance by saying that they had COVID. Some people, they said they were positives, and some people would say that they were negative. They say different things. These were public admissions to the alliance. They're surrendering. I don't remember if I saw anything on Will or anybody like that. And what it is that the people who have surrendered, they get to float away from society. They don't get outed. I think they get to float quietly away. You might hear of an accident or a sickness and they might just die off. But you may not hear their crimes against humanity as some of the other ones. You're going to hear the crime against humanity. So I don't know what side Will and Jada are on. Did they do a surrendering? Did they give some people away? Because some of the people made it better for themselves or their family members by, outing some other folks. But what are you saying, Mike?
No, now the song makes sense. We see things that you need not see, and we be places that you need not be. Here comes the man in
Yeah.
They say, we see, what I'm saying? We see things that you need not see, and we be places that you need not be. If he's on the list, sorry, I just,
And remember, I told you too that I didn't see Jada's name on the list, but there is that rumor that the oldest son, Jaden, is the son of John Podesta. So I don't know how all that's going to work out. But if you look at John Podesta, the lead singer of Limp Bizkit that committed suicide, and Jaden, they all look alike.
Yeah, I don't know if his was. There's circulations about whether he was suicide or not, but
because they don't think it was really suicide.
I remember his story.
Just the three of us.
Right, Rick.
Rick in the song for real.
My him sing tonight.
Just the three of us. Wait, where you come from? What? You?
Somebody have fun with that. Because I really wanted to know. I think that he was suicided, and I really wanted to know would he have mourned Jaden if he was still alive, if he did try to, So I wonder about that a lot. And there has been video of John Podesta abusing a child. We've seen those videos. So yeah. We're moving forward. I'm just going to say this one story and then we're going to get out. This is a quick one. Elon Musk says that the $44 billion Twitter deal is on hold over fake account data. Elon tweeted on Friday that his $44 billion cash deal for Twitter Incorporated was temporarily on hold while he awaits for the social media company to provide data on the proportion of his fake accounts. Twitter shares initially fell more than 20% in pre-market trading, but after Musk, the chief executive of electric car company Tesla Incorporated, sent a second tweet saying that he remained committed to the deal, and they regained some ground. The shares went down 9.6% to 40.71 in trading on Friday, a steep discount to the 54.20 share acquisition price. So we'll see what happens there, because I do believe too there's a crap load of fake accounts in there. So what he's going to do about that, handling all of that, let's sit back and see what happens with Elon, because it's going to be interesting.
Tell you, man, all this stuff, just these little moves that some people pay attention to them, some people don't. You know what I'm saying? That's why kind of like real estate. You know what I'm saying? You see that big old sign that tell you something coming soon, don't nobody pay attention to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you see certain people that be places that they need not be. And they be on bicycles and they be walking their dogs and shit. Hey, you might as well just go on and buy you a plot of land because it's about to blow. It's about to blow up.
This is real life modern day monopoly.
I'll tell you, hey, when you see that sign go up and say coming soon, and you start seeing construction and you start seeing people walking dogs and stuff, they've already invested. So you just go and get your piece of land real quick before go crazy.
Condensing the road down instead of 4 lanes, it's just 2.
Yeah.
Then you got bike lanes and all this other stuff, and it's like, okay, not that many people over in here got bikes, so what's going on?
Hey, look,
because coming soon means you're going soon.
Yeah, when they start getting rid of the check cash place in the liquor store, you out of there, bro.
Oh yeah. It's time to go.
And they start putting Arby's in Olive Gardens and other. Like
your local barbecue rib.
Did y'all see that message about Elon Musk talking about he gonna buy up all the water burgers and turn them into In-N-Out?
No.
Really?
It was a
okay. I will fight him.
They do not have the patty melt. They do not have the patty melt.
Yeah.
Let me
help
y'all.
Let me help y'all with this debate. All right, and this go for the world. Craig, look here. Whataburger over In-N-Out every day, all day.
Every day.
Let me further explain.
Orange. Look.
I love the grilled burger at In-N-Out, but I can still say, don't get rid of my Whataburger.
Yeah.
Let me further explain. Most people that advocate on behalf of In-N-Out, they be like, In-N-Out tastes better, and be like, okay, why? I tasted it and it was nasty. Did you get it animal style? Look, if I gotta put some sauce on a burger to make it taste good, it ain't winning. Because if you eat Whataburger, that's something good without no sauce.
Yeah.
Did you eat it
well,
animal
see, the thing
style?
Is, you can't go to In-N-Out at 2 a.m. and get a taquito. All right. So
I get mine fully loaded with bacon, sausage, egg, and cheese.
And all the hash browns and everything. You can't get
all right. All right.
Free advertisement.
I know, right?
They just built the Whataburger like literally 3 minutes
away. But we'll put it this way.
They just built the Whataburger 3 minutes from here. Y'all, chill.
We will get together and fight Elon.
What a burger!
Yeah.
But you know how they have those big fighting boxing matches? I will have a fighting boxing match with Elon over some switching up.
Well, you remember when they
Whataburger?
Remember when they sold? I forgot. I know they sold a portion of their shares or ownership or however it works in business. Up to the people up in Illinois, up in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't remember that? A few years
I remember
back?
hearing about it. Just the same as like Slitterbond and stuff like that. It changed hands. But those are 2 Texas things. And so, people are catching on and they want to buy in or buy out.
Man, look.
And that's what sucks. We know what's up with Texas folks. And people from different states are
restaurants you leave alone is Whataburger, Bronx.
You can smell that what is it? That golden lava cheese just condensing with the onion. They just
swishing mushroom burger.
Yeah, the swishing mushroom burger. That's mine. That's mine.
I love it.
That's mine.
Root beer or sweet tea.
It sounds like we all hit the same. Like we all hit the same blunt. Got the munchy narrative.
Well, you know what, y'all? That's gonna be it for the tea. We gotta finish out the spike of the tea. We get ready to take a quick little break, and we're gonna go to
the chat. Somebody's talking in the chat.
Room.
The chat. What's anything
in the chat? Let's see anything in the chat before we run out of here. I don't have on my glasses. I can't really read it. If I can kind of see.
She was saying, So I think when we was talking about Shamika kind of went down the line and she was basically saying, you know, she was laughing at some of the comments we was making about like going to Africa and the Men in Black song. I think somebody was singing just the three of us. Rick was singing just the three of us. And then we started talking about Elon Musk and his comment and what was going on. And Jimmy basically said, yep, that's why the market's down. People lost a lot of money today. And then that's why I was saying Shamika basically said, yeah, and wash that Whataburger down with a root beer.
Player.
So, and then she said, as long as they don't mess with Bluebell, everything will be all right. That's what she said.
Bluebell or Brahms. Bluebell or Brahms is going to be pitchforks and torches. Say.
But the thing is, Bluebell over here is like $1 million over here.
And then she asked the question, who do you think it was Whataburger?
Yeah.
When they was little. Yeah.
I did.
Whataburger.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I didn't even know it was Whataburger. I just keep saying water. When I say water to this day, Whataburger. You know what I'm saying?
To be Whataburger.
And ain't nothing soggy about it. And nothing soggy about it.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, that taquito, when you get that taquito fully loaded with bacon, egg, cheese, potato, man, look, I'm talking about, and then
a little cheese.
Man, you know what I'm saying? They put that little pepperoni sauce on there.
You definitely are a foodie.
Man,
definitely are a foodie.
With some jalapeno.
Hey, face rolls. Okay.
So he be taking it all the way there.
Yeah.
He said fully
He
loaded.
did love in his face.
I didn't need all that. All I need is the sausage, the egg, and the cheese.
So we got lots of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, let me tell you, Whataburger and Church's Chicken, boy, if I could eat that every day. But now the food don't taste the same no more, and I can smell it and I can taste it now. Food is totally different now.
You like fried chicken? You like fried chicken and some hot DW? Was it WD-40?
Hey man, look here. Nah. Hey, look, if you got arthritis or gout, you can spray some WD-40 on it, and it should help you out, just in case. Just let you know that.
Y'all, let me get out of this tea. Let's go to break.
And that's some tea. That's some tea that you can put some sugar in.
All right then. We'll be back in the living room. In just a moment. Y'all hang tight.
We talk about it all, y'all.
The living room.
Yeah,
can I do my intro to the living room? Thank you. Welcome to the living room. Now, Michael is on his solo.
I like that
tonight.
beat. That little beat. That beat was jamming.
All right.
No, that was a nice beat, man. Like what is it called?
Chill. How to get you in that little mood there.
Yeah.
So,
lo-fi chill hop or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like some deep groove right there.
Yeah.
Well, tonight topic. Oh my God, that's my pet peeve.
Well, yeah.
What are your pet peeves? And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. This is basically the stuff that folks irritate the crap out of you doing.
Yeah.
And to get a chance to really talk about it. So just make sure that when you get ready to say something about me, that you or anybody else, you protect the names of the innocent, and just just because I will throw a shoe.
Disclaimer.
Yes, I will throw a shoe at your ass. You may not
I'll throw it right back at you.
Boomerang shoe.
Figuratively, it's going to hit you, but may not literally. So, well, tonight's topic was Michael. Michael, you talked about pet peeves. Where was your mind when you said that this was the particular subject that you wanted to do?
It was to the right.
Okay.
He was pissed off then. That's why he came up. It was a pet peeve that was hit at that point.
No. That was pun intended. Sorry. I don't know if y'all caught what I was saying. Anyway, mine, right?
You.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Just you. Yeah. Oh, okay. I got you. Oh, okay.
Sorry. No, I'm You say where was my mind? My mind.
Yeah.
I was basically. It's one of them things where, coming up with the topic, but then you kind of want something that's engaging, and I've noticed this, and I'm not being funny, but when we talk about, hey, well, you got to let us know. Or people supposed to share that thing that they know if they want certain things. And then that's kind of like the concept when it comes to a pet peeve. You know what I mean? Because I'm guilty of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm guilty of trying to speak something, expecting someone else to already know it. And I have not, prepared them for whatever. And then all of a sudden you get in a lashing or whatever from it. And then you wonder how the hell did we get here? I was just chilling in peace, and now we arguing over what? Like some gum, a gum wrapper for real? Like but just think about like being at work, and the easiest thing I can talk about is like a pen clicker. You know what I mean? You trying to concentrate, somebody clicking that pen, and that person does not know that pen clicking is about to get their whole head knocked off. Yeah. You know what I mean? They don't know that. And then you end up snapping on them, and they're like, I don't know why Rick snapped on me. We were friends. We were in the coffee room, and and they trying to figure out their whole life right now because they don't know why Rick snapped, but they didn't know that Rick didn't like the pen clicking. Now, there's a way that you can fix that. Tell somebody that clicking the pen is getting on your damn nerve. Mm-hmm. And then now they know not to click the pen. You don't know what you don't know. And so that's kind of where that was going, at least for me, because at the time I had been on so many phone calls talking to some damn robots. You know what I mean? And talking to them damn robots. And I just want a live human being.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, so that's a pet peeve of mine, but the robot, they ain't going to understand that. They don't understand me. So I'm just stuck where I'm at. But that's kind of where it is, man. Like, people don't know, what upsets you, or what, grinds your gears, as the guy would say on that cartoon TV show, Family Guy. Mm-hmm. People don't know, so you gotta kind of let them know that to kind of avoid that. But I mean, it don't stop the fact that it still get on your damn nerve.
Man, pet peeves, player.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was done. I was done. My bad. Getting old.
No, I'm thinking the fact that you basically say that with the way that I do my whole thing, I get on your nerves by not laying everything out.
No, that's not a pet peeve. That's not a pet peeve. I was kind of using that as a thing, like, you know, so you could relate to it. You know, me and you talk all the time, so I get a lot of, you know, I understand where you're coming from. So
pet peeves.
Yo, but
stop leaving.
I guess
the toilet paper roll, a full toilet paper roll on a naked roller. Stop. Cut it out. Pet peeve.
Okay, say it again.
Stop leaving a full toilet paper roll on the roller. We can just clamp that hoe on and go about your day. Yeah. That pet peeve.
Oh, you mean they're not putting it on the roller? Is that what you're saying?
On top. Just sit on top.
Okay. Gotcha.
Hey, look here, man. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, I'm one of them violators because once it gets so low, I'm like, I'm not finna. That's still enough toilet paper on there that you can use. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to waste that. You know, it's you know, you can wrap that by, you know, right.
Yes, as long as
when you run out, do not call my name.
You know what I'm saying?
No
do not call my name. You should put a fresh roll up there to start with.
Look here, I'm coming out there with draws around my ankles and everything. I'm come slimming about this somewhere.
Shuffling your feet to try to find
it. And then you're gonna have mush butt. You're gonna have mush butt because you ain't wiped. So now you got to go back, and it's gonna take you about 30 minutes to get everything out of there. And don't have no hair in your booty crack. You're gonna be really wiping for about 40 minutes, 50 minutes.
You went there.
Being real.
It's like, is that dust or those crumbs? Ass crumbs or dust? We got a problem.
You know but no, but what are some of y'all pet peeves? Like, what are some of y'all? I'm trying to find the definitions. And
I can't stand for nobody to. You drink. You got a bottle of water, or you got a thing of water in a pitcher that you put water in the refrigerator, or Kool-Aid. You drink all the damn Kool-Aid. Why you gonna leave the pitcher in the refrigerator?
With this swallow.
Because
no, Margo.
Oh, just
it ain't got nothing in the picture. Nothing.
Oh, yeah, no, don't do that. It's
put a swallow orange juice in the refrigerator.
Just right when I had my mouth set on.
Shut the
You don't have to do something about them eyes, Benny.
Yeah.
Oh man, when somebody's like that in the refrigerator and it's empty, I want to take it and hit your ass with it because
it's still a little look because it's still a corner in there. You know what I'm saying? And that corner
a mouse. Like, who is that for? A mouse?
Sometimes you just need to get your tongue wet. That's it. You know what I mean?
And it's all sugary at the bottom. Like, what kind of diabetic shot is this?
Why you just take something, make some more Kool-Aid and put it back in the refrigerator?
Mine is the ice cube tray.
Oh play! You got 2 cubes in that hole.
Yeah. 2 cubes. You got none, and they just up there freezing the hell out the trays.
3 ice cubes.
I got none that. It don't take but a few seconds to bump to the faucet, turn it on, put the ice tray back in the freezer.
I got a number one. I got a number one.
Simple.
What's your number one?
I got a number one. A number one.
What's that?
Stop leaving off the damn hot sauce bottle cap and can't find it no more. Check, please.
Yeah.
I'm kicking around all these hot sauce bottles. You covering up with some foil, you know what I'm saying? Some saran wrap
or ketchup.
You know what I'm saying? No.
So I got one for you.
Yeah.
How long?
What's that?
Do you stuff trash in the damn trash can before you take it
Pile it up and you can't wrap the damn bag. You can't zip tie it. You can't tie it home. You got the damn. You got the damn.
I got a personal one.
Personal one. Okay, let me
check this out.
What's that?
Chewing gum.
Oh yeah.
The snapping and the popping.
I think she's frozen.
You chewed all the damn sugar out of it, mother. I'm back.
Yeah,
you chew all the sugar out of it, and it's dead as I don't know what, and you still chewing.
Just gone.
There ain't no more sugar in it. Throw it out.
So I was gonna say, it's like chewing that hard, like are you applauding at the mouth? Like, goddamn, what the fuck?
Right. Hey,
standing ovation mouth ass.
Why y'all talking?
Zach says someone in the restaurant talking on the cell phone like they're at the football game.
Oh,
come on,
everybody in your business. Right. Everybody in your business.
It's talking about mind your business.
Right.
Well, Sally went over there with Jeff, and then she's cheating on him. And the poor little kids, they see everything, So, but me, I don't go over there. I don't even gossip. I just mind my business, and I stay on my side of the street.
Mike, and to top that off, but girl, I'm just not leaving church. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. That was a good one. Zach brought up a good one, man. Because them people be just talking. You be like, good Lord.
You letting us know when you gonna hit the next lick and shit, giving us the coordinates.
Now I agree with Shamika because I've had that happen a couple of times. I mean, I don't think that people are watching me when I go shopping, like in parking lots and stuff. But I'm not a small female. So when you park I said, do you know how much maneuvering it takes?
Yes.
I got a lot of ass. So I can't fit in this.
What about Margo when they hit your car a little bit when you're close in and they hit your car and they know they can hit your car?
In there and you're like, are you gonna say something? What? Like I just saw that.
Hey, so let me tell you, I actually did that. I thought I put it in park, but I didn't go all the way up the park. It was in reverse. So you know how you have the two parking spots that be behind each other. So it was in reverse. So I took my foot off the thing and the car rolled back and hit the guy. And normally I know if it was me, I'd have been hot too. So when I felt the bump, I turned around and looked, and he was like, he was like I know in his mind he was like, what? You know what I mean? So I get out and he got that like looking at me. I was like, Lord, I said it's finna go down. But I was like, sir, would you like my insurance? You know what I mean? Like I wasn't even finna argue with him. I was like, yeah, I'm wrong, man. Here go my insurance. He was like,
he put like his Caucasian card quick.
Yeah, he was like, it's not that bad. We're good. You okay? And so that was a good thing. It was funny, but I did that. I actually violated, man. I was one of the people that violated.
Wow.
But yeah. Dang.
He
was like,
but he
did check on me though. He checked on me. He said, "Are you okay?" Yeah.
Wow.
Michael pulled out his Harvard card.
Hold on, what she say?
Y'all hear some more in the chat while we get put together more of my pet peeves.
Talked about that before too. Like
she said, Shamika said, pet peeve, bike seats. Where's the BBW booty bike seat? Oh,
whoa! Wait a minute! Wait a minute!
For exercising, the speed bikes when you're doing one of them classes, wear them bikes.
Yeah.
You going and you moving, and that's going to eventually hurt. Trying to sit up. And
swallow up the whole seat. Yeah, I know.
I have one. And this is one of my major pet peeves.
No, I don't.
One of my major pet peeves is the one-upper. I cannot stand the one-upper.
Oh yeah.
Every time you say something, that person has more. Oh, my dog scared me. He was hitting the floor, and I was like, "What is hitting the floor?" It's the
bodies hit the floor.
Doesn't trip me out. But every time you say something, that person has done it. They're about to do it. They're going to do it bigger. And the one
already done it
is the one that drives me. Already done it. That's the one that drives me. I think the most crazy is in the pet peeves.
Yeah,
I don't say anything most of the time.
You're supposed to celebrate good news with people.
Yeah,
that's called active constructive. Responding. Yeah. But anyway, I definitely get that. But anybody got them people in their family You know, normally a regular person take about 3 or 4 pieces of gum to blow bubbles. My mama take one piece of gum and she do that and she pop the hell out of it. With one piece of gum. I'm like, how the hell you do that? You know what I'm saying?
My grandma
He's skilled with it.
And don't talk to me about my mama and no damn skills when it comes to the elements of the mouth. So I don't want to hear that. I'm messing with you.
No, you went there.
How the hell you think you got here, Mike? Like, I mean, like, so.
Well, you know what Zach just texted me? He said, my number one thing is most people in Atlanta pretending like they got it going on when they broke as hell.
Champagne tastes with Bill Money.
Yes. And yes, Shamika, the one-uppers, we can't take them damn one-uppers.
That fake up.
Yeah.
Fake up.
Well,
but you know what?
I was discussing a pet peeve of mine is to like when somebody's talking about like a gathering and everybody's supposed to bring something or cook something there at the spot and you kind of volunteer yourself to do it, but then you got somebody overshadowing you in your ability to cook and you've been cooking and they've been liking your stuff, but they're trying to tell you how to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Like the stuff, like I volunteered for this, or you put me up to this, but then you want to say, "Don't put too much of this, don't put too much of that." I'm like, if you don't go on somewhere, didn't you ask me or wanted me to do it? Then you gonna
tell me how to do it?
Yeah, like let me do this. I've been cooking for a while, and I actually cook better than you.
That.
Like my mama said my food is close to hers. So that's I don't know.
And you be trying to spare their feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you the one make the mac and cheese with Cheez-Its on it. I don't know who the hell do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
And then it was dry. It was like, cutting shapes and they keeping the form. Mac and cheese is supposed to come close. Like,
I ain't gonna even lie
what
to you.
on it?
Cheez-Its.
He
Like,
said,
who do that?
Yo, I went to a potluck and yeah, you know how certain folks do. They be like, who made this? It was mac and cheese, and it was they had Cheez-Its on top. And what was it wasn't funny for the person that made it. I'm pretty sure it hurt their pride. Everything else got ate. Nobody fucked with the Cheez-Its. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
Well, I know they went home with their
And then look, and this is the person's rationale. Well, like I guess we had a lot of people volunteer for mac and cheese this year. No, you put Cheez-Its on there, but nobody won't finna eat that shit. That's what it was.
Well, y'all, as y'all come up with more pet peeves,
I got one
actually
more.
am going to bring about an article, and the article is going to be 5 ways. Oh, but before we say this real quick, 5 ways to resolve pet peeves. We'll get to that in a moment. Y'all continue to come up with pet peeves. We'll talk about how to resolve.
I have one
more.
since we were talking about food. I've heard a story of somebody inviting somebody to a gathering, and there being, desserts and whatever on the table, but somebody, I guess, either being nervous or maybe they just chose this how they do it, came over, cut the pie, but did the weirdest shit ever. Cut a square out of the middle of a pie.
Look, if you don't get your unorthodox ass out,
they probably did that
on purpose. Fuck that. You love geometry that damn bad?
You know what I can't stand?
You love
that had to be a social experiment.
That had to be in a complete
I don't know. You don't love geometry that damn much.
Exactly.
You don't love geometry that damn much.
Veronica. Veronica, what's your pet peeve, Veronica?
I can't stand for somebody to say, I don't eat everybody cooking.
Right.
But then you go to McDonald's, you go to Burger King, you
go
to everybody, you don't eat everybody cooking.
Go where there ain't no real food.
Quit saying that. I wish people would just quit saying, I don't eat everybody's cooking.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Mine is you know, if I ain't here, my room is off limits. You can't go in there. Don't go in there looking for nothing. Don't go touching nothing. Don't go moving nothing. Because I know when you be in there. I know it. I can tell.
Right
looking at the
Don't mess with my stuff.
She's looking at the
That
track.
burns me hot. Like don't mess with. Don't even. I can tell how far you turn the doorknob.
I'm trying to
looking at them tracks.
Yeah,
Margo looking at them carpet tracks. She's looking at them carpet tracks.
Carpet tracks, everything.
These size 5?
Don't mess with my snacks. I buy y'all stuff for y'all. Don't go in my room messing with my snacks, man, because we don't know.
The kids don't even know half the tricks that the parents be pulling. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I used to take a clothes hanger and put go up under that door and pull that shoe when I close my door. So if I go to open my door and I got some slack between my shoe and my damn door, I know your ass in my room.
Big road.
Michael's a new Goonie.
Yeah,
booby traps. He said booby traps.
Yeah, booby traps.
See, say what, Tanya? You had what now?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, I have two. I'm gonna tell you the first one. I'm gonna give you Zach and then my other one. My first one is the party double dipper. You know, a person who wants to keep dipping and eating the double dipper.
Yeah, you can't do that nowadays.
I can't do.
You got the C word out there now. You can't do that no more.
The C word, fuck the
you
C
can't
word,
double
the
dip.
H word, the C word.
Before then.
Yeah.
And then Zach said, women wearing their pajamas and their shower cap out in public.
I hate that.
See, that's what Monique was talking about. That's what Monique was talking about.
I got a confession. What I actually witnessed today. What I actually witnessed today. Me and my best friend Shamika, we went to one of our favorite spots to go eat. So this is like a happy hour spot, and I actually turned my head and saw 3 people sitting at the bar. One of them was African American, and she did have a bonnet on her head, sitting at the bar at this happy hour spot. And I said, "Are you kidding me? Is this what we doing now? Is the bonnet is the bonnet finna eventually make it to the club or what?" I just don't.
Keep on living.
I just don't like if you going out and you get a drink.
That's what I was saying.
You don't want to go.
Margo, hey, keep on living. Keep
the doctor's office and back home. Cause that's what I do. I wear my pajama pants.
I was like, lady, wear a head wrap or something. But like you older than me.
Keep on living.
Bonnet at the bar.
Keep on living.
Okay.
Hey, Margo, look here. Keep on living as standards die. Straight up.
One of the ones
standards die.
One of the things that get me, man, is one of them ones where you grown. We all grown. But you got somebody talking to you as if you ain't lived however many years on this earth, like you don't know nothing. And always want to be a constant reminder to tell you what to do. So you going in the kitchen to wash your hands, and then they tell you, well, you need to wash your hands. If you don't get your ass out of here fucking with me, you know what I mean? Going on now. You know what I'm saying? When you go in the refrigerator.
I saw Daddy digging. What? But they need to go wash his hands.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
I have a question for you. I got a question for you all. And this is something that it doesn't bother everyone. And I don't want you know personally to feel any type of paranoia about the statement that I'm getting ready to make now. But this is something that just on a normal basis, when people come to your home, and especially when they bring their kids, I don't feel that they should be able to just walk around your house.
Oh man!
And Yes. I think it's a pet peeve of mine because I don't like it, like relatives or friends, where let's say they come over and they have their kids and they just start walking around the house. I did not invite you to walk around the house because when I was young, when we would go to other relatives or friends' house, me and my sister would sit there until we were invited to get up. Yes. We would sit our asses in the seat until we were invited to get up. So when other people come to my home now and their kids in particular, no, because not really just much about adults. I don't want anybody to feel a certain kind of way, but I watched we all adults be somewhere and the kids would just take off and go to another part of the house. Where'd that come from? Where the hell?
Let me
No.
tell you something. When you got nice shit in your house, and you know somebody got some badass kids, but it's your turn to host the event, and you got OCD, ooh, you spend your whole time, you don't even enjoy
Following
family.
behind
You want some badass kids, you damn right you is.
My parents used to take like
make sure you wipe your kid at the door.
Exactly. We used to like if we know that the grown-up's gonna be inside talking, we be like, yo, come on, we're going outside, y'all. We get up, go outside, we get the kids, y'all, let's go outside. Grown-ups in the house, kids on the outside. Parents will come and say, well, here's some freeze pops, y'all going outside to eat them.
Yep.
But you walk around my house.
But do y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That sometimes these days,
you got to. They kind of forgotten that or thrown that out, but I used to back in the day when my sons had their cousins over. Now these were like cousins on the opposite side of their dad's side of the family. Sometimes
they ain't no blood relation. They just my cousins.
No, I said my sons and cousins.
I'm messing with you.
But no, it just depends. Or my sons them guests. I'm like, if they your guests and they've been in your room playing video games and stuff with y'all, I don't want them just walking up and touching anything in the fridge just all freely. Unless, they didn't put their own stuff or whatever. But I said, if they're your guests, you go get those things for them because sometimes they don't know that might be mine or somebody else's stuff. And they think it's just free game. And I said, respect. I said, you go get what they need.
You go get it. Right.
Want to offer, not them just walking. Hey, and just put. I'm like, what is you doing?
Man, look.
Right.
Chris,
if I have guests over at the house.
Here's something to piggyback off of Tanya. Like I was saying, the grown-ups would be in there talking, and there was 3 girls, and then one of our cousins, I have a couple of their kids, they come and bring their kids. They said, why don't y'all go in y'all room and play? We'll go back there in the room and play. But then every now and then you look up and say, well, Dante done gone down the hallway. He out in my mama's bedroom. What you doing in my mama's bedroom? You need to get out of my mama's bedroom.
Yeah.
Before it's gonna be ugly. Really ugly. Right. Come out of my mama. Why are you slipping around in here? You ain't got no business in here. You supposed to be in the room with us. Why are you in there?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm trying to find.
And see, if I have people over the house, like let's just say hypothetically, you all come to my home or something, and I'd be like, everybody make yourselves at home. That's one thing. But if it's people who come over by the house, you just swinging in, and I don't even know you that well, and you walking around my house, I got a problem, and I damn sure got a problem if your kids are around my house. And
I got a trick for y'all. I know this is not no creepy shit. It's gonna sound creepy, but it ain't. You don't put no camera in your bathroom, but put it in your cabinets. Because you got lookers. You got people that go in your bathroom and start going through your stuff. Put the camera in your cabinet. They ain't got no business up under there, so they can't say, well, they record me. No, my cabinet has a door on it. It's closed. Get your ass, don't go in my cabinet. And then you got their face all on camera. What you doing in my medicine cabinet? What is you doing under my sink? You stealing my little last roll of toilet paper that I planned on using. That way.
He said, put it in your
in the cabinet where the doors are closed.
Wow.
Going in my stuff.
Stashing toilet paper.
Shit, you
Oh my
hey,
God.
with the way prices is now, and then they start
your house.
your ass would be a few rows short.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. But I'm
Like,
telling you, and those are things like that when people. You ever see like this was when I was younger and I would entertain. You ever like have your friends over and you're younger, and then they come to you talking about, girl, what you doing with this? Oh, they find something in your home, and you be
Found
like,
out my little
what
sex
is
toy.
this? Oh. And the thing is, to me, that is such a violation that again, it's a pet peeve because it's such a violation of your privacy.
Yeah.
Naturally, I don't.
How do you Indiana Jones is somebody else's shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna just pick up these relics and shit? Like, but hell, I forgot I even asked that. Why you ask me about my shit? Like,
oh man, you got a pocket. Hey, can I use it? Like, hell no. Like,
y'all remember on Blackish the first time that what's his name? Deion Cole's character came over to Dre's character's house, and he was like, he went up in a room and tried on his shoes. He's like, man, guess what? We wear the same size and everything.
Like, what you doing trying on? Yeah.
Hey, let me ask y'all this. Y'all ever experienced this where y'all be eating some food or some chips or something, and these kids, your little nieces, your nephews, your kids, they come up and be like, you like hot Cheetos? I like hot Cheetos too. But my mama said I can't eat hot Cheetos because they too hot for me.
Yeah.
But I used to eat them, but I haven't had none in so long. And I bet they still good. You know what I'm saying? I still, you ain't getting none of them today. Yeah. I don't give a damn what type of story you tell me. Your ass
even crunch hard in their face.
Right.
Right. He's good.
Oh, and you said your mama don't let you eat them no more, so I can't give them to you. You shouldn't have told me that. Like, yeah.
Now I don't know if y'all had this when y'all were little. I don't know if y'all grew up this way, but I grew up in circles where this would happen. You gonna eat that?
Oh, and they touch it.
Yes.
Oh man, that like what you doing?
I just had to touch the camera so you can get the effect. You gonna eat that?
Like, did you just put your finger in your nose? You gonna touch what I'm eating? Yo. Like, no.
Hey, look.
You know what I be like? You know what I be like? You ain't eating it in. It's going in the trash can.
Hey Rick. Hey Rick. You remember at Alonzo's we used to snatch people food and hurry up and eat it for they.
What? Whoa! What?
On the football team, we would wait till somebody was getting ready to eat, and we snatch it and just hurry up and eat it.
Bro.
Boy, y'all had a death wish.
Oh my God.
A death wish.
That's a death wish.
That would have been a fight.
Oh
Hey, me and Rashad used to go at it.
Man, that was dirty. That was dirty.
Yeah. So let me ask this. I know we're talking about a lot of family things. What are your public pet peeves? Like while out in public, do y'all have some of those?
I ain't saying people with too small clothes on, like, you know for a fact these clothes belong to your little baby sister. Like, why are you wearing these clothes? Like, I saw a lady the other day.
You see when the outfit. You see when the outfit. You see them in the outfit. Hey, that's tight. Yeah, that's tight.
I saw a lady the other day, and she had to be every bit of at least 300 pounds, and she had on something that was like a size 10, maybe. Like, you saw every single one of her rolls. Like, she was just like she was trying to go to a strip club or something.
Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go.
And she was dropping her kids off at school, and I'm like, why would you come up here looking like that? I didn't say this, but in my mind, I'm like, why? And then she was a black lady at that, so I'm really looking at her like, you done set us back like 100 years, dressing like that.
Standards.
No standards. None. Like, that. If I had
but hey, speaking of family, Hey, but speaking of family, y'all, that's my time. I got to roll out. I got to be at work tomorrow. So yeah, I just been hanging in as long as I could. But my body is reminding me that I'm every part of 42, and I'm gonna leave that alone. All right.
He said every part of 42.
Y'all have a good night. Love you guys. Peace.
Love you back. All right,
now.
Holla at me this week.
Yeah. I think oh, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. No, because my mind went somewhere else, but go ahead.
Oh, I think a public pet peeve for me has to be when you're being nice and opening the door for somebody, and they walk out like you owed them that. Don't say thank you at least, or act like they don't see you opening that door for them.
Yeah.
I'm like, you welcome.
Yes.
Mine will be the good morning. Because, you know, especially over here on the East Coast, or, you know what I'm saying, on the East Coast, you know, they people on the East Coast is about their business and they ain't with that friendly stuff. Some people are, you know, it all depends on what they upbringing. But for the most part, everybody focused. And, you know, go to the store, go somewhere. You know, I was taught you make eye contact with somebody, you speak.
At least nod your head and say.
And they just looking and I be like, good morning. And they won't say nothing. And I be like, good morning. You know what I mean? And I go at them again, and they just be like, and then it's what's some people will get it, and they're like, oh, hey, sorry about that. It's some other folks that still won't say nothing, and then everybody else looked at them, and you know, and they'll be like,
then
they start here, you know, and they start, and then it offends them too. You know what I mean? Like the people that's watching it, like, oh my God. Like they can't.
We get that a lot here in the
Can't
South.
believe he didn't say good morning to the other guy to say good morning to him.
Right, yeah.
We get that a lot here in the South. When like if I'm sitting on the porch, I mean, my head is every 5 minutes. Somebody come by.
Yeah, in the country, you gonna wave all day long.
All day long.
All day long.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go on the porch.
My pet peeve is going to cause a little controversy. And it is a pet peeve, though. I cannot stand to see people with the face diapers on. I can't. I just can't.
The what?
The face, the face mask.
With the face diapers. The face diapers is what I call it. I'll be in the store just doing me. Dun, 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 and they come in. Some of them have on doubles and everything. And I'm saying to myself, do you really think that's going to help you? Do you think it's going to help you at all? But do you think that cutting off your circulation even more with two of them is going to help you even more? Yeah. So I get it. That's a pet peeve for me.
Yeah, my whole breathing go way left when I be sitting in there, and then I have to pull it out, and then as soon as I get some fresh oxygen,
it's some of them.
I feel normal again, and I put that damn thing back on there. I can't breathe. I got all kind of fabrics and shit in the back of my throat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like this.
One of them turtle
fabric.
Turtle.
You know what I'm talking about? You're on the inside of your mask. You got all the little
fibers
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wear mine so seldom. I have to be in a doctor's office or somewhere where they require it. Otherwise, it never gets on my face. Absolutely not. I am not wasting my time with something that's good. So.
Yeah, you got to wear one of these little turtle things you put under your mask to kind of.
So when I asked y'all that question,
wow.
When I asked, I had never seen one of them things, Margo. I ain't never seen that shit.
Oh, really? It's just, create that space. It's like a little.
Oh, okay.
Really? Wow. Oh, you know what? Let's hit the chat. I see
some. Did you get off TV, Margo?
Huh?
You get yours off TV?
It's one of those, but I actually got it. See, I get teased a lot because sometimes I do go to Dollar Tree, so I got a 6-pack.
Oh, Dollar Tree got them. Yeah.
Well, they sold out quick.
What you get teased?
What did they tease you?
$12, but
what you tease you for?
Huh?
But why do they tease you about the Dollar Tree?
Oh, it's an ongoing thing because I be up in there. I teach. So I gotta, I'm not gonna spend all my coins and my peanuts You know.
Oh, I got you.
That, but I also buy stuff
like,
for home.
It's like I tease you for going to Walmart every day.
How I used to go.
I was
obsessed at one time. Yeah, I was obsessed with one at one time.
When she go to Walmart, who her Walmart buddy? Me.
I be girl.
Go to Publix.
Girl.
Me.
Right. I get Veronica on the phone because I said now, especially now, I don't want to pass out and be by myself. So I be like, girl, I'm in the store. What you doing?
She said, what you doing?
Because I need somebody to roll with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was in the cart. I got on the carts in public. With the carts that you ride around in.
Yeah.
I got on
and
the
she was
carts
like,
in public.
This is what she would like. She would call me, girl. Oh my God. They got peak up at pecan candy. Oh, they got pecan candy. She said, oh, now I'm going down that aisle today.
So
I can enjoy the look.
I got two of them.
Mm-hmm.
I got two of them. Okay. It is when I'm driving in traffic and I see the booger picker snot eater. Okay.
An adult one?
And then the second one is the booty scratcher crack sniffer. And I know y'all have seen them. I know y'all seen
now
them.
the booger one, but the other one I don't.
You ain't never seen nobody digging their ass and then
go like this. No, I've only seen a YouTube with TikTok thing.
No, I've seen
not actually seeing with my own two eyes.
Oh no, I've seen
unless
that.
it's a kid. It's
no, I'm talking about a grown person.
But not a grown person.
I'm talking about grown people.
If you grown and you gotta do that, no, go.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll be like, man, what is that? And why do you smell it? And then you could go to the bathroom and do that in private. You just did that shit on aisle 9. Like, what the hell? Like, man.
Well, let's grab some out of the chat and then we'll do that article that I have. Okay.
All right. So I guess we kind of got to go back to, because we talked about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
When they know damn well, you know how to. Okay, I know they were talking about the people and the food, when people saying they don't eat other people's food, and then they knowing, like, you know what I'm saying, when Margo was saying she cooking and people got their comments, and then people saying they don't eat other people's food but eating everything else, and then they were talking about the cheeses, and Shamika said the cheeses was the crust, and I imagine that's what they was going for.
No,
like kind of like when people put the breadcrumbs on there. But I was like, I'm not eating that shit. So and a lot of other people made the same decision too. And then Shamika come back in and said that Lady B, oh yeah, we go, and they don't eat everybody cooking but fast food places. And then she said a pet peeve is funky people who putting on body spray to cover up the funk instead of starting with the basics. That's my sister had a term for that. She called it that, that's nice nasty.
Yeah.
And then I think Michelle A had actually combined the two terms and made the song called Nicety. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then she comes back and says, and the bonnet chick at happy hour was there. It was mostly
with.
Oh, okay. I know. Okay. I know.
White. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It was mostly people with with a slight lighter melanin than we have, and then it's like come out and represent at this swanky place, and then Jimmy Jacobs comes in and he says, "People that don't say excuse me is a pet peeve."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now, are you just saying in general, Jimmy? Or you talking about as far as excuse me, as in excuse me, I'm trying to come through. Excuse me because I sneeze. Excuse me because I farted and now I'm gonna dig in my ass.
Oh, you bump me and then keep going.
You still gonna throw that in there?
I was gonna slide that.
Maybe excuse me because I bumped into you and darn near ran you over.
Oh my God.
Oh, and then he said Rick says losing the back to the remote control.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
How
So,
remote control, period. Yeah.
oh man.
I think a pet peeve of mine is like if you gonna eat your food and before you put it in the sink and stuff like that, make sure you scrape every damn thing off of it and rinse the plate off. I
And then,
don't need pieces of bread or a pork chop bone in the dishwater. Like that's just like don't
yo,
leave
that is
it
one.
on the countertop. Like scrape that off, rinse it
That
look,
off.
is one.
and
I cannot stand people to put dirty
and
Yeah.
flip
food in my
and
dishwater.
flip. Hey, look, rinse my sink and flip my damn garbage disposal. Don't just be leaving that shit in there. And I don't know you put something in there, and then four days later my shit funky. And my
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yes. Yes. Oh,
You
that's
don't,
a
you
good
don't,
one there.
It smell like
you don't,
ass and bananas and
yeah, you don't cut the fat off your pork chop and just threw it down there. Now I got a 3-day-old pork in my sink.
yeah.
Okay, then. Did we get the comments? Because I want to do this.
Yeah, we got them. We got them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we kind of.
Rocky, okay over there?
You all right? She laughing at him. She said, "Help me, Jesus, help me, Lord." Catch your breath, girl. Catch your breath.
Man, I mean, we can go on and on for days. We can go on and on for days. And I'm proud. I ain't trying to cut you short, but I do at some point, Tanya, once you finish, I kind of wanted to get into the ones where
serious.
I don't know. I guess like in your professional setting, the type of pet peeves that you get from other people.
Well, let's do that before
things.
we do the article, because that way we can, like, the article is ways to.
Okay, because that's how you close it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but now
so let's get into professional ones.
So I know for me, the leadership or the management style may be relevant in some cases, but I cannot stand a micromanager.
Yeah,
I hate it. I cannot stand it. You know what I mean? And it's one of them ones you ask me to do something. Now I say, hey, I got you. And the reason you came to me is because I'm gonna do it. And then you keep coming back every 5 to 10 minutes and expecting me to do something or get somewhere, knowing damn well if you sitting here talking to me, because every time you come in here, you take up 30 minutes of my time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm
in rehab. I'm in rehab because I was
you in rehab.
I'm in rehab. I wasn't total micromanager, but when you have people that have let you down and you do develop some habits, and then I had to learn the person's personality more so I could step back. If I know Michael's going to get something done, I don't have to stand over because I've learned his personality. And I have had to do that with people more so in my older years, because sure enough, when I was younger, I was a bit of a micromanager because there was folks that let me down,
Yeah.
I just handled it the wrong way on the resolution. So.
And you know what could probably make that go a little bit smoother? If the micromanagers explain that, hey man, I've been burnt quite a few times. I know I want to make sure you get it right. So this is not me trying to be an asshole. It's just me trying to make sure that I'm available to you to help. And because I got somebody else to keep hounding me. So if you can provide me or pump me full of information, then I don't have to come in here. You know what I mean? There's just ways to handle it, but you got some that just do that shit because they know they getting on your damn nerves.
Yeah, they do it just to antagonize you.
Yeah,
they just want to antagonize.
Get joy out of it, some kind of.
Yeah,
exactly. So it's like I could be around some. If I don't want to be around somebody, or if I'm around somebody that gets on my nerves. I mean, just being around them gets on my nerves. If I don't want to be, if I don't want to be around you.
Yeah.
The least little thing you do, it irks
just
my nerves.
The core of your being, don't it?
I don't want to be nowhere near you. You be in your room, I be in my room, or you leave my house. I don't care.
Right.
But I want to. I'm like, no.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because it be them private conversations they happen, right? When you see them, or when you pull up to the job or somewhere and you see they car, you be like, this mother. Like you
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It could be family members. It could be family members. It could be people in your house that really gets on your nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious to kind of see what some of the things y'all, have.
I think from the work side, a pet peeve is a coworker that you can't trust, because you know that anytime you're around them, they're like a recording, a tape recorder of some type, that they're going to
recorder or a reporter.
Both. Yes, record it and then report it. Yes, record it and then report it. That's another is people who feel a need to police for the job. Not get no more money, but they feel a need to police for the job.
So,
I don't.
So do I hear you saying, backstabbing, dirty behind the back, no good, ruthless, you know what I'm saying, grimy, nasty, snake head ass motherfucker? That's what you're saying.
That's pretty much what I'm saying. It's pretty much what I'm saying.
I don't.
Yes, I don't like that type of person, because I've worked with that before, where you feel like you had to look over your shoulder all the time.
Yeah. And oh my God, I had one of them. But quick question. I'm sorry, I just keep asking these questions. Y'all work with anybody? Has anyone ever had to work with somebody in charge of money or finances? It's not their money, but they swear that, but they act and treat it like
they act like it's their money.
And it's like, yo, this ain't even money.
Yeah.
I was just about to get into that, Mike. Ironically, mine was a little different. No, it's a little bit different, but it is the same thing.
I just wasn't trying to one up you.
This a lot. But this is what our folks do a lot. You hear what our folks will be like, I know you ain't messing with that on my wall. They ain't got no wall. They ain't got no business. It is not their. They just gotta. They just work there as an employee. I know you ain't doing it. Cubicle, if that much. But they act like it's their money. They act like it's their building. They act like it's their walls. That is a pet peeve too. And they ain't getting an extra dollar from doing nothing.
Nothing.
Not a dollar.
Trying to be relevant, trying to impress somebody.
Yes.
But the boss said do it this way. But the boss said for you not to do this. And the boss said, I don't give a fuck. What about
V, let me tell you this. My girl, you brought up a thing that irked the shit out of me. When I was in the military before I retired, a lot of people referred to the commander or the person, the lead person in the thing as the boss man. And I've said, depending on what they look like, I'm not calling that some bitch boss. That is Colonel such and such or Commander such and such. You know what I'm saying? That's what the hell their name gonna be. They're gonna see me walking around here talking about boss man. And then they want you to have that tenacity and go get her. But then when you get to a certain point, they don't want that from you no more. They want you to be a yes man. And was like, well, hold on, this what got me here. And now I can, affect change. And you want me to just do what the hell you say? Nah, you finna get somebody hurt. That's what you finna do. No, I'm not. Right. You know what I mean? So all right.
I can't stand the power hungry people. Like
power hungry.
That they get a little bit of power and they like it just explodes their head, like they just have all the power. No, you just became a manager yesterday. I know more than you.
For future references, no more parking in the grass. We're not going to do that. So
making up new rules that help them out, nobody else. Right.
I can't deal with it. Like
and the ones that try to just make you feel on top of that,
are the ones that try to make you feel inadequate. You know, if there's something that you don't know or can't or whatever, you just might be missing a mark at the moment that's just trying to make you feel inadequate.
You understand that the break room is for everybody, and we have 2 refrigerators, but we share them. So if you're bringing in tuna, if you're bringing in,
make sure you clean it out every Friday.
Oh my
also,
goodness.
the microwaves.
Oh
Please
my
cover your
God.
things, folks, when you microwave stuff because it gets everywhere, and somebody's got to clean it, and nobody wants to volunteer to clean it. So please cover your things when you're using the microwave.
Now I will say this: them refrigerators get nasty to the motherfucker.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Oh my God, it'd be all
They
kind
stuff
of
in
stuff.
there left about 2 weeks ago.
What about the people who eat other people's stuff?
Oh my God.
Somebody was taking my yogurt at work, and I'm like, we get it, stuff that we have extra from the kids that that's still sealed.
Right.
I like take it, put it in the fridge, and pick it up after work and take it home. Well, I had like 4 yogurts, and I forgot like 2 days in a row to get them. But it specifically says my classroom on the Ziploc bag. I'm wondering who hungry ass is still been going to grab my yogurt and it say classroom such and such on the bag. Like, why are you going in that bag? And you know that's not your class. And it's a teacher. And I know what teacher that is. I ain't checked her tail, but I'm just like, really? So we spilling yogurt at work now.
They might be putting on a facade at work. It might be going through something at home, and your yogurt is the blessing that God gave them.
Yeah, but they can go ask the kitchen, or they can ask me or something. I don't know.
Hey, but the day you walk in, and catch them taking that yogurt, boy, I'm pay to be there for that one.
That fly there.
Yeah.
Hey, the whole break room be toe up, and they be wondering what's going on, yogurt. Yeah, she snapped over the yogurt.
Be like
yogurt gate.
Right.
I know you ate my yogurt because on girls trip. Yeah.
Y'all know something else I can't stand? I cannot stand a fly.
What?
A fly.
Oh,
Pet
flies.
peeves, flies.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I talked to him, y'all.
I'll take the fly over the other word. Blank or flies. The more I see, the more I like flies. I just gave you the whole layout. Y'all know what I'm saying. I despise blank and flies.
Tanya.
Well, we definitely heard that one tonight.
I'm just messing with y'all.
When you're, kind of like how we see it in the classroom, you're married to who you're working with because you're spending a lot of time together and a lot of hours. So you become a team.
Right.
And when we try not to differentiate between titles because you co-teacher. So when your co-teacher asks you to help or do a project and you're doing said project, didn't do it wrong, but maybe you didn't do it to their liking because you can't read their mind. But you do it, they've asked you to do it, you do it, and then you turn around and come back to work the next day, they done changed it all up. Now imagine having that happen 3 times.
Yeah.
And every time you do it correctly, but maybe not how their standard is for it. But you do it correctly. The job is complete, it's finished. But then you turn around and they came back and changed it up again. And then after a while, I'm like, what the hell? Like, forget it. Yep. I'm not bringing none of my things to the classroom. They we gonna work off their stuff.
You did the hard part. Now they can just fine tune it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know a lot about that.
That makes me upset because, like, what you asked me to do it for in the first place, if you just go change it.
Well, they didn't want to do it.
What I waste my breath and my time for, and still do the same, do it right, but you gonna change it? Like,
just start saying no.
Well, I feel like something was wrong, or you just really don't like me, or something, or it just feels odd. Like, why would you do that?
They had to personalize
Margo brings me to one. Margo brings me to one that is really, really a huge pet peeve of mine, is when I deal with anyone who it seems like anything that I say, any idea that I have, any comment that I make is not right. They want to adjust everything that I say.
Put their spin on it and take credit for your stuff.
Right. I don't like an adjustment. That's a control issue.
Yeah.
That is a control issue.
And then another one. This one's outside of work, but just dealing with people or people you might have been in a relationship with, or however. You get to talking, or your conversation get a little heated, then you stop or you walk off, or you might have to come back and ask that person for something, and then you turn around and kind of start to leave out the room, and they mention something under their breath, and you be like, "What did you say?" "Oh, nothing." No, you said whatever you said under your breath, loud enough for me to hear you. But when I asked you about what you say, "Oh, it's nothing."
Yeah, you wanted
me to hear part of that because you've been
right.
Yeah.
So
gaslighting. That's gaslighting. That is fine.
That burns me. Like, no, say it out loud. No, say it to my face. Say it out loud. Like, come on with it. Like,
right.
Go there. If I gotta go there.
Yeah. I want to talk to Samson. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah. That I don't like that either. I can understand that.
Oh,
but you know what? Y'all want to go into some the 5 resolution piece?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure. Any of this makes sense to us. 5 ways to resolve pet peeves. Have a pet peeve that drives you crazy? Stop suffering. Here's some columnists share, how to make pet peeves disappear for good. Okay. I'm just going to jump right in. They will have a little, dialogue, a little monologue here of how everybody has the pet peeves and all that. But we've been talking about that for a while, so I don't need to do that. But they have ways that you can approach it. And their number one thing is to address it. They say, I usually address the annoyance directly with the person or people causing it. I confront them directly and in a kind manner about why I have the problem with the activity or behavior that is taking place. Most often, they are simply unaware of the situation and are usually happy to accommodate if they don't have a vested stake in the issue. If they have a legitimate reason for doing what they do, I listen, evaluate, and seek a compromise that works for both of us. The conversation may start uncomfortably, but it usually works out pretty well. What do y'all think about that one? I think that's pretty good.
You ever share your pet peeve? And like, because the people that you work with are so accommodating that it becomes their pet peeve. So like if y'all work in the office and the pen clicking is a pet peeve for you, and then you shared it with them, and so somebody else come in there clicking and they're like, hey, you know what I mean? They be like, hey, we don't click pens in here. You know what I mean? And then it's like,
so they taking up for you, or either they like, you know what, I didn't notice that, but yeah, you know what, that actually does irritate me.
Yeah.
So,
right. Gotcha. Okay. Here's another one. This one is remove it. They say, I eliminate the circumstances that are causing the problem in a creative and efficient way. I may have to fire a client, find a new vendor, or even change my own personal patterns. But I know if I don't remove the irritation, my productivity will suffer.
That's a big ass pet peeve where they talking about firing people.
Yeah. They're like, they getting away from it. They said remove it.
Yeah, that'll make you stop clicking pens. Well, what happened? I was a pen clicker.
And like, I just thought of one more pet peeve of mine because I get on this too. Like saying, I've been gone, and like either my kids or whoever I might have at my house at the time being, just visiting or whatever. Like I can be a little disorganized, but I'm not like, like might leave something here or leave something there or leave it out, and it's like I'll get to it and organize it later. But not a nasty, like leaving cups of soda here, hamburger wrappers and fries fell on the floor, leaving and burnt. Like that gets on my nerve because it's like, like this is my house. Like keep it clean. Like you can have a little spot where you got stuff kind of out of place, but not a nasty type deal. Like I don't want to see that. I'm like, I'm a little disorganized myself when it comes to some things, but I come right back to it and clean it up. But like, don't be leaving like cans here or cigarette butt there. And like, especially if I tell you I don't even smoke and you smoke outside my house, but you keep your butts in my yard, like pick that shit up. Like, have some respect for my yard. Pick that up. I don't want to see those. And I should never have to go out there to go pick them up.
Right. Margo, you ever seen people? I mean, Margo made me think of this, and I guess it's to anybody. People who they at your house or even their own house, and it looked like a snake shed its skin because they get right out of their clothes and keep walking. Their whole clothes are sitting right there, and they leave it there.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I've seen certain things.
And then as soon as you have company, first thing come out their mouth, excuse the mess. You knew this damn house was dirty before I came over here. If anything, you should have told me to give you a few minutes, and I could have went to the store and got some gas or something instead of walking into this shit,
And it's like I was telling my kids, I said, I'm not like nasty or this, that, and like I wouldn't have somebody come over and be scared to eat in my house. That's that no. That I'm not nasty, not like that. But I just hate the messiness and of some other people. And you come over, you leaving your trash here and there and not picking up after stuff. Like I can't organize it.
Oh, you want something? No, thank you.
Right. And then the first one to ask if you want something.
Oh, you need to look at their kitchen, and especially the microwave. If they got and it's black inside their microwave.
Well,
first of all, when I go in the house and it stink, I'm not going to want nothing to wait.
Well, hold on now, because there's some microwaves, and this one you got a noodle cooking motherfucker in the microwave. But some microwaves got to be seasoned just right so them noodles come out the way they need to come out. It's a certain amount. It's a certain amount of level of noodle juice you need in your microwave. But you know what I'm saying? You give it a little
wipe
flavor.
that off that glass plate. Wipe that off that plate. Whatever bubbles out of it, wipe that off that plate.
That is way much there. There's a lot of information.
When you go to look at the thing that they put over your plates and food, and it's all burnt and melted and
Yeah, that little plastic Bennett thing. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, let's get to another one of these.
Right now, it's gonna take me to the back. I'm sorry, but I just ate before I came. It's okay. You good, y'all? If you gotta eat, go ahead on eat because you gotta take your medicine.
She acting like she too good to eat at somebody's house. Like that's what.
But not just that. What about the ones who said that they have eaten, but then they eat all your food?
Hey,
that was when I was younger. When I was younger,
sit back and be like that. You be sit back, you be like, motherfucker, one day got 3-4 plates, didn't it? Like,
yeah.
And you were young. I was younger, and I was like, you planning those meals out. Yes, you planning those meals out for days because you're young. I was younger during this time, and they just said they eating just as hard as they could. I'm like, wait a minute, I thought you said wait.
I told her
a friend of mine can't stay with me for he can't stay with me for like a week, and My mom was in the kitchen. He had never been to North Carolina. He came from New York. He had never been to North Carolina. None of that. He never had no down home cooking, you know. And my mama cooked for him. And what irked my nerves was everybody. We know how when we get to the table how we supposed to eat. But this nigga, that nigga. You would have thought he would eat his last
Was he
meal.
just shoveling using both hands?
The Last Supper.
Look, he had this fork, y'all. He would take the fork and he was just digging everything. Look, hold up, wait, slow down.
Yeah, say player, you see all these spoons and these things out here?
Yeah, you grab them spoons and serve it on your plate, not your fork.
Oh my gosh. No.
That's so funny.
Oh, that got on
All
my
right,
nerves
let's see.
bad.
Right, I know it did.
He had a whole dozen of eggs right by himself.
Oh my gosh. That's a
Yeah,
pig.
hey, I dust off a tray or two.
My daddy was like, it's time for him to go.
Yeah.
You said dust off my
I dust off some deviled eggs now. You know what I'm saying?
I do not want to be next to you when it decides it wants to air out.
Escape.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If you better make sure you make 36 to 48 deviled egg things, because if you put just 2 up there, one of them mine. I'm finna tell you that now.
Man. Okay, so note to self, Michael and the deviled eggs. Note to self.
Yeah, I will not be nowhere close to you after they decide to air out of your system.
Yeah, we're trying to make an escape.
I can't hold this in. Lord Jesus.
Okay, let's go to number 3. There's a 5 here. So number 3 is change the structure. A friend often quotes this line to me, is what the person says. The breakdown in all human relations is unstated expectations. One of my pet peeves is directly related to this philosophy. I am absolutely fine when employees work from home, but for some reason, it always drives me crazy when someone tells me at the very end of the day, usually on their way out, that they are going to work from home the next day. In order to correct this problem, I wrote a section in our handbook and covered the rules for working at home. As long as the employee is following those rules, they don't need to tell me their schedule. It never bothers me. Okay, so that's changing the structure. The breakdown in all human relations is unstated expectations. I get that too. I get that. Understand that one. Any comments on that one?
I don't understand. You know, it's some people say, "Oh, you need to work from home." Telework. That's just what the hell it is. You ain't got to go to work. If I want to go to damn Jamaica or California and for vacation or to go sit on the beach, as long as I got my damn laptop and I'm getting to work there, shouldn't matter to you where I'm logging in from. I understand the security concern, but as long as I got the proper stuff, you shouldn't be worried about where the hell I am. I'm not at work. Right. That's why it's called telework.
Yeah. But I understand what they're saying is don't say it to me on your way out the door. You know, let me know a little bit ahead of time so that I'll know what I'm looking at, because people don't understand this. I'm going to use this show as an example. This is a perfect example. Perfect example. Now, when people can't come and be on the show and everything, I'm fine. I know that people have life things that happen. But you know what it does? As a producer, you think about the warm bodies that are in the room. And you have a mental thing that you put together as to who's in that crowd, who's in that conversation. So it's really hard when the picture changes at the very last moment and you've got to readjust the mental picture. So that's how I would feel the same way at, an office. If a person says, hey, they're changing up the whole structure of things. I really like to know what I'm walking into, what I'm dealing with, and how to set something up, what the picture is. I'm just that kind of person. I like to know the full picture on things. So I can kind of get that one. Well, not kind of get that one. I get it 100%. So what do y'all feel?
It could go both. It could kind of go both ways. I'll try. Some of the things I experience is some people whose home life, right before I'm tired, some people whose home life is not, I don't know, treasured. So they go to work to escape.
Yeah, I get that.
And then it's like when they go to work, they know they going to work every day. And then they say, hey, due to certain situations, we're not doing this, men manning and telework. But you're in a rush to bring people back to an environment where every 2 or 3 days somebody is in contact or somebody got sick or whatever. And then you don't even tell people what it is because you're trying to respect HIPAA and privacy. That ain't got nothing to do with saying the building had an exposure. Everybody stay at home until we take the next couple of days to sanitize the building. You don't even do that. You just say, come in, put your covering on and make sure you wash your hands. This whole thing is dirty. But you want me here? You're trying to bring me back here to put me in this environment to rush back. And because you don't like home, you just want everybody to come back to work for what? We done proved that we don't have to come back to work to do the job.
I get that part, but I think we have become a paranoid people. They taught you on the media to be paranoid. Body's been healing stuff for centuries. Our bodies have been healing major diseases for centuries. But the media taught you in 2020 that this head cold was so severe that you couldn't do anything. And that is the biggest atrocity. Everybody who actually set this up should be faced with a guillotine. Everybody, they should be out a guillotine, and they should be hung, and we should all be able to watch and witness it because this is an atrocity that they place on the world's citizens.
Got it. Now take that out of there. Now take that out of there. Right? Now take that out of there, and that's no longer a thing. But what it did expose was you don't need to be at work 40 hours a week. You can do it from home.
Right. I mean, you could do that, but I'm just saying, don't do it out of fear. Don't feel it out of fear. Yeah.
But if you can work from home and that becomes the policy, what you trying to bring everybody back to work for?
I think sometimes there is a double whammy for some people because I don't have the kind of like being in film. When we're around each other, we're going to have to be around each other, in film and whatever. We're podcasting, we're podcasting. We can be at home and do it, whatever. But some things you have to be around. So I don't have the type of office work that they're talking about. But if it's just something like that, yeah, you can work from different places and stuff like that. But I think some people still want to be a little hands-on. I think, some people still want to be a little hands-on. I think it's just what they do,
Yeah, I mean, because you got different type of learners and the way people operate, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So you might have somebody in there who doesn't really know what they're doing, but they're lying because they don't want to be the person who, what I'm saying? Don't know what they're doing at all. They don't want to be the person that drew everybody into the office, So, but okay, well, we're gonna move on to the next one. Number 4. Share your annoyance. In his most recent book, the New York Times bestselling author Adam Bryant shares the story of an executive who wrote an official user manual outlining his quirks and preferences. Do you react strongly to missed deadlines? Do people tend to think you're angry or ignoring them when indeed you simply in deep thought? Such a manual would help employees understand these little nuances and save the emotional, time-sucking effort that goes into solving the mysteries of you. According to Bryant, CEOs find that sharing this information recognizes that we all have our idiosyncratic preferences, and people work together more efficiently and creatively when they understand them up front.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Communication.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, communication.
Well, you want me to go into number 5? Oh, go ahead.
Now I was gonna say that's one of the one things I think we covered it a couple of times, where people tell you that communication is key, but no one actually walk and talks you through how to effectively communicate, or necessarily give you those little verbal judo cues and clues that they tell you to use. Still dropping in hot fire. So, but they give you all of those little things and tell you, those things exist, but most people just leave that ambiguous, statement out there like, hey, communication is key. Yeah, but like how? What's the technique, or a way to get this done? And but that communication, I agree.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Okay, number 5. This is the last one. Chill or confront. Pet peeves come in 2 flavors. In the first case, something may be bugging you, but that something really isn't really a big deal, and you can just need to chill. In that case, get over it, and the sooner the better. However, in some cases, pet peeves are a real problem. They may be affecting your productivity and the productivity of your coworkers. In cases like that, you've got to take action. The best way to deal with a serious pet peeve, no matter what it is to hit it on the head. To hit it head on, I'm sorry. To hit it head on. When I used to work in an office situation, someone was opening our lunch bags, kept in the office refrigerator, and helping himself to our food. We talked about that. We set up an elaborate trap for the perpetrator, caught him in the act, then shamed him for messing with our lunches ever again.
They put a refrigerator. They put a camera in the refrigerator. I don't know. I'm just messing with you.
No, I'll put some X-Lax or something in.
That's bioterrorism. No, you can't be doing it.
I would be that. I'll probably be that person. Y'all don't mess with
my
Margo. Your ass go to the bathroom.
Right.
Oh man. I know, right? But that is the 5 ways to help resolve those pet peeves, and it geared a lot towards the workplace, but you could also very easily, put it over on the personal side too, when it comes to pet peeves. Why is my nose running? Suddenly my nose is running. But
find yourself in the store playing, stepping in the name of love, or playing basketball with somebody. You trying to go right, they going your way. You try to go the other way, they going your way, and then y'all sitting there doing the little, the Harlem Shuffle, trying to get the hell out the way.
Oh, that's right. But anything on pet peeves before we get out of this? Because I think it's about time for us to wrap it. Hey, chat. Somebody hit the chat to see what's in the chat before we get out of here.
I think the last thing I said was when Jimmy was basically said, "Nah, that ain't gonna work." I believe it was some of the comments. It was the many comments we was talking about. I don't know if that was the booty sniffer thing. I think that's what that was. And he said, like trying to come through, and he said your bills increase when you work from home. And I agree with that statement. I know from here, because normally when you go to work, cut everything off. You know what I'm saying? And people tell you to leave it on and all that good stuff. I just turn it off. Because by the time I turn it on and get to where I need to be, hell, I'm in the bed already. You know what I'm saying? That, and then having access to the refrigerator. You know what I mean? I don't know. I go in that refrigerator about 30 times, and the same shit's still in there. You know what I mean? And I'm just sitting there looking at it like I'm
thinking it's gonna change and match here.
And for me, I go in there and I'll be like, "Ooh, there goes some turkey and ham." I don't want no damn
So
turkey.
you making a meal in your head.
Yeah, trying to figure it out.
Just
You
thinking,
know, what are my options here? So yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Wow. Okay. Well, there we are with the pet peeves. Anybody have any pet peeves before we go? Anything else have come to mind?
Yeah.
oh, um,
Go ahead, Margo.
telling somebody not to touch something, even though it's been up there for about a month, but you decide to eat it when you want to eat it, and when you go to it, it ain't there. They went ahead and ate
Oh,
it anyway.
Ooh.
Like ice cream. Like
yes,
ice cream.
yes.
You decide you want your ice cream. You might have bought it like some week in advance, or a long time. But it's like,
Mm-hmm.
please don't touch that. That is mine. They
If you
asked you, can I have it? I'm like, no, I'm gonna finish it off. That's mine. Whenever I feel
Right.
like I have a sweet tooth and I want to eat that, it'll be there. But then when you actually go get it, it ain't there. Now that I've had to, I mean, seriously, I've had to once tape my stuff up when it came to my ice cream. I put tape. I wrote my name with a Sharpie. All that. I said, don't touch my stuff. So it's gotten that serious.
Oh, that's trauma for me.
I'm
telling you this trauma. If I
really?
open up,
Who ate it? I just said, don't. I even bought y'all your own ice cream. Like, really? I give so much. All I wanted was my ice cream at the end of the night, but I give all the time. So when I go to have my little retreat in my brain, in the back of my throat, in my body, my little ice cream, something to make me a little happy at the end of the day, because I didn't sit there and dealt with kids making noise all day, cleaning butts and noses, and one of them that can't speak, that's just hollering all the time. I end my night with a little bit of ice cream, and I don't eat a lot of sweet super like at night or ice cream like that. It might stay in the fridge for a month. I bought it when I bought it.
It's there.
But when I go, when I want it, when I remember that it's in there and it's gone, oh, I'm raising hell throughout the house.
If I open up my refrigerator and there's some labels on some goddamn food, I'm throwing everything in that some bitch out of there. That is trauma for me. Motherfucker go to labeling food, like, cause I'm a foodie, and I feel like I told Chris,
it's one or two
personal. Note to self: don't label the cereals.
I get what you're saying. No, I totally get what you're saying. When somebody, when you just the one thing you was waiting on all day, you've been thinking about that cold ass Coke you had in the refrigerator in the back, so you know it's cold, and then you come in there and somebody drink your damn Coke. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly. So here, this is what I was gonna tell you. If you can spare it, and you want to kind of teach somebody a lesson, get you some cream cheese or some Lando Lace butter, and put it in the empty cart and put it back in the damn freezer. And so when they go to get that, they're thinking it's ice cream, they're gonna have a nice time.
That first spoon is gonna be like,
yeah, it do the cottage cheese.
Hey, look, but them labels writing on Sharpie markers and stuff, like, man, because I got my ass toe up messing with somebody's stuff, and it wasn't even me messing with it. I was trying to get to the milk so I could make some cereal, but they had all their Cokes and all their little fancy stuff from the store in there. So all I did was take the stuff out and set it on the counter so I could get the milk. And then some little micromanaging ass trying to make sure that they was in good graces with somebody come through there. Ooh, you touched such and such soda. No, I was just put it on the table. I'm just trying to get the milk. I just want some I just want some milk.
See, I don't mind if you touch it and move it and put it back. I just don't want you opening it up and eating it.
Look, I get it. But from that, I got my ass toe up, and then from that came the labels on the food. You know what I'm saying? And then so now it's like it's you rationing out food, but you know these folks hungry. And then as I become an adult, I know as an adult I'll sacrifice to make sure the kids eat. We had grown-ups that didn't get 2 hooks if the kids ate. You know what I'm saying? And we was getting our ass toe up just for even if we looked at it too long. You better take your ass down, sit down, get your eyes off my food. You know what I mean? Kind of stuff. You didn't do nothing wrong. I just know for me personally, like that's trauma for me. That's trauma. Like I got my ass toe up by just by even touching somebody's food with a label on it. I was like, ooh, you know, but I get it. And you didn't do nothing wrong. I'm just saying, like, that's for me. But when you said Sharpie, I was like, oh.
I saw your arm. No.
You said Sharpie.
Oh man. But no. And I'm pretty sure y'all got some little nostalgic, traumatic moments that affect you right now today. It's something you don't do, or it's something that you won't do right now today, based off a damn what's that damn thing that come in the fall with the straw on there? Capri Sun. Yeah, I couldn't think of it. Capri Sun. Man,
I think for me, I deal with so many kids every day. Like it's 10 kids here, so something's gonna always come up stole, broke, eating. I have to store the food. Like they have like a whole bunch of different snacks wherever. So I have to store the food in my room, in my my food section, to make sure they don't go through the food all in one day. So from that they'll take that as an initiative to go through my stuff as well. So I'm used to stealing food and taking food and eating food throughout the night. I'm so used to all this stuff to the point where it's like I just overlook it. It's a pet peeve, but at the same time, I roll with the punches. Like I don't even.
It's gone. Y'all ain't gonna get it.
Because if I allow it to bother me, I'm gonna be like having a nervous breakdown, and I'm gonna kill somebody for real. Because like they do it every day, all day. I can beat them. I can cut them out. I can threaten to kick them out, and they're still gonna do it. And then
they're immune
to ask them who did it.
Immune to it all, huh?
It's like if I ask them who did it, they're all gonna lie. They're gonna blame each other. I'm never gonna get down to the street. So I can literally spend my whole life, not my whole day, my whole life, trying to figure out who ate my oatmeal pies.
Hey, what is it? Like that TV show Dallas, Who Killed JR?
Right. I can understand Bridget's choosing her battles because that's not a battle there that she wants to do every day.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell you what I do.
The kicker to it too, Bridget. The kicker to it too. If you like something that's like super weird and know that nobody else would really touch it because that's your own little preference, that's what I get. Because I know not to touch it. I eat it because I like it. But they not gonna touch it. That's what I do. Sometimes
they call me the odd.
If I like it, they like it. Guaranteed. If I like it, they like it.
But mama always tastes better, is what my sons be saying. But your stuff always. Why don't you get this for us? I say, cause y'all.
I know for a fact.
I like it doesn't matter what I eat. It doesn't matter what I eat, what I drink. They're gonna taste it. They're gonna want to try to taste it. They're gonna want to try to touch it. It doesn't matter how weird it is. It doesn't matter. Like somebody's gonna
must be good. I'm eating it. Must be good.
Yeah. See, my sisters they couldn't stand. They don't like root beer. Don't nobody in the family like root beer but me. Stuff that's garlic, peach flavored stuff. My sister said peach flavored stuff smell musty to her, so she won't eat it. Mm-hmm. Now she'll go get a peach and eat a peach, but if it's flavored or the scent, like the cologne and stuff that smell or the body wash smell peachy, she said it smells musty to her, so she won't use it. Good. Wow. Then you would leave my stuff alone.
Don't bother. Could have lined the whole house up with peach.
Yes. And then that that means I got a house to myself because when I go take a bath,
You smelling like
oh God, we get ready to leave. We're gonna leave you right here. Oh my God, bye.
Oh, man, that peach fuzz bothers me.
Bye.
Really,
See you later.
always bothers me.
Tomorrow.
So that's a pet peeve, peach fuzz. When I was little, I used to be able to eat it, but now I think it's breaking me out now. You know,
right in your mouth.
You know what I think as a pet peeve for a lot of people, but they don't realize they doing it. Is the sometimes it may be intentional or unintentional. And this is not any jabs being blown. Is the intentional or unintentional cutting people off?
Shut up! I am famous for that.
I know I'm guilty in the mud, but I'm guilty. My bad.
But I'm gonna tell you why I do it, and I'm gonna say this so that y'all know this. I think I've said it one time before, but I'm gonna say it again. I do it for two reasons. Number one, I was that introvert that didn't speak up, and I had to get in there real quick and say something. That's why I do it. That's one reason. Yeah. And the other one, as a producer, sometimes I don't want to hear a lot of comment. I want to get more in there, and I want to interject the point. So I do that too. I'm not a rude producer, which will bring in rude comments to throw it off, but I am an interjector so that I can get more stuff in there, especially if I got beef.
I brought that up because that happened today with me and Tom, and because me and Tom both long-winded. You gotta kind of get in there when you can, but I'm scatterbrained, so if I don't get it out, then I lose it, and then I ramble trying to get it back, and the next thing you know, about 2 hours you don't went by, and I ain't took a breath yet. You know what I mean? Like.
How's he doing?
See it.
Tom doing good. He's the one
that asked about him.
Yeah, I remember one day I told him we talked. That show I kept mentioning him, and I kept paying him his homage. And he was like, "Hey man, tell I said what's up, and see if you think she'll have me back on the show." I said, "Yeah, they waiting on you." Like what I mean?
Anytime.
Yeah,
anytime. I thought he had quit us. Yeah, I thought he had quit us. I was like, okay, well,
he didn't quit. He just working, jobbing it, and then doing his thing, trying to make some things happen, and then
maybe one day I'll do an interview with Turn and Lose.
Hey, yeah. So he's the one who set that thing. He's the one who set that up. That thing I was talking about earlier when we did the introduction. So he set that up, and then we finally got to execute. So, but anyway,
okay.
So
I purposely have stepped back from the Soul Spotlight. I even have an interview in the can. I haven't even run it yet. I purposely stepped back from the Soul Spotlight for just a little moment here. It's going to come back again. And when I start on that roll, then Turn Them Loose can come in for an interview, because I'll go back on a roll again. Just needed a moment while getting the rest of this life together. I can be on here with you all because there's a lot of people talking.
Right.
But if I'm talking by myself, I'll get more winded because I'm giving off more air. But see, with everybody here, you all are giving enough comment for me not to get to that level. Because remember last week in the after show, it took me a long time to get to that level. I didn't get to that level until about 4:30 a.m. I got there. You know what I'm saying? But as long as y'all are interjected, I don't get there.
I'm telling y'all now, if you got food in your hand and you put some stuff in that refrigerator, I'm purposely going after y'all stuff on purpose.
No,
I'm telling you right now.
It's time to end the show. It's time to end the show because I got some stuff to say.
Oh, I'm eating yogurt. I'm snatching the last bite.
I'm punching the neck.
I'm eating yogurt and somebody's ice cream, And when you get ready to take that last bite,
I got
you better not.
As long as you don't touch my crab legs, because that's going to cause a fight. We're going to have
Stay out of there.
what do they call it? A
wrestling
kerfuffle?
in the grass outside.
I tell you that's what
Yeah, we're going to have a
no.
Yeah, we're going to have a big kerfuffle. It's going to be bad.
If
I'm
ever
jumping on backs and choking you.
If ever that opportunity presents itself, if ever that ever happens, I don't know if or when that'll ever happen, but should it happen, I'm snatching all y'all shit. I'm telling you right now. But
That's
anyway,
why we get the stuff
now
that
we know.
Nobody would like.
I think we covered all the 5 though, right?
Yeah, we did. Well, now
Okay.
I've made a mental note. Now I had to make a mental note of what Mike just said.
My eyes.
Gonna have to have some security. I better put a security jacket on that Chihuahua, and so we can be ready.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with security, you know. But we did the 5 though, right?
Okay, y'all. Let's get out of this whole living room. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. Oh. I'm getting
Michael.
All right, so let's go ahead on that wrap. We'll come back in a few moments, y'all, and we'll talk about what y'all have coming up. All right.
Yeah.
All right. See y'all in a second.
Damn, that was fast.
Roll button. Roll button. Okay, I've been over here. Every now and then I grab a jelly bean because to keep my whistle wet. So that's what I've been doing over here. Every now and then I get a peeps jelly bean.
Oh.
You know? So whatever, Michael.
Y'all laughing about.
I know. It's something bad, I know.
Nah, man, yeah.
You plotting.
Yes,
No, I ain't plotting.
So I wish my cousin was still here. Cause she would get her sister. She would get her sister.
What, Veronica?
Yes.
What she did? What do you think she did?
She would get you. She would get you.
She be talking crap to me right now. I'm pretty sure. She be saying something. But let's move on, y'all, into this whole what you all have coming up.
Damn aloe vera.
Well, we didn't get a chance to talk to Bridget on the way in. So let's see about Bridget on the way out. Bridget, what you got going on?
Same old. Taking care of all these kids. Trying to make sure they don't drive me up the flipping wall this week. You know, we're a couple of weeks out before school ends. I am officially in my birthday season, so I have 3 birthdays this month that are coming up. So preparing for that. We have some Turn 'em Loose business I'm working on, starting to create a database of information, contact lists. I have to work on that this week. Schoolwork, I have to work on that. A few more things I have to try to get done, completed. Making appointments with the kids. So it's a full week, always.
Right. Understand. Thanks for being here.
Love it.
Sure.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Lady V, what you got coming up?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Just trying to live day by day. I got a little something I'm working on, but
okay.
You know,
okay.
Y'all don't know in the end.
All
Y'all
right.
know in the end. And I'm holding out for the end.
Cool. All right, Margo, go. What you got coming up this week?
I got coming up this week. Actually trying to get out there and start doing some stuff a little different, especially with exercising and getting back on vitamins and all this other stuff that I need to intake that would help my health. Not that my health is going downstream, but to really get out there and get serious about changing some things for the better. To also spend some quality quiet time with myself so I can get some things sorted out. And
there you go, the quiet time.
Just count down to being off for the summer.
All right.
Yeah, and then probably a little shopping to try to enjoy this little incentive I just got today. Tomorrow.
Okay.
Myself to a little something and just take
Enjoy.
it all.
Can I ask a question? Around
Yes,
this time of the year, do y'all sit back and think about, like, when y'all was going to school at this time of the year, what these kids are feeling, especially seniors? Do y'all ever think about it? I think about, sit back and think about it all the time. I sit there 20 years, 30 years ago, this time, the month of May came in, honey, you talking about on Cloud 55, 1,000?
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me nothing.
Right.
Just what I thought about earlier today, it's a very sad situation that is going on. There's a car wreck that happened. It's a road that I travel a lot. It's very near where I used to live. And 5 teens, African American, they were going down the road, lost control of the car. 3 died immediately. The 4th one died today. And so we have 1 survivor, and hopefully that kid survives. And they were only 15 to 16 years old. And so what I thought about was, this is the year, this is the end of their school year. And they're probably happy about to get out of school and everything. And something happened. Something went wrong on that road. And my mind went immediately to the fact that, those kids, 4 now, are gone. And what that's like for those families. And, it's sad. It's really sad. My mind was I've been following that story this whole week, because it's just, I don't know, I think it bothers me because I travel the road all the time. So I think that's why it bothers me too. And it is really tricky, a very tricky road. So I'm not surprised that something happened. But I don't want to stay on the negative note, but we'll move on. Mike.
Oh, man. Well, it'll continue to be networking and trying to coordinate with different organizations to kind of bring our dream, or further our dream into the reality. Excuse me. I closed up 1 session classes, and then so now the summer courses will come up, and they'll end around my birthday, and then I'll be done with that program. And
goes fast. And I remember you were starting that damn program.
Yeah.
There's a time that goes so fast.
And then I got
maybe
another.
Not to me, maybe not to Michael. Let's say.
Yeah. And then I got another cybersecurity certification that's coming up. So I'll just be into another program, just trying to,
keep so busy.
When you're retired and bored, that's what you do. You just do all the things that you felt you couldn't do or never got around to doing. Just, So then I walk the stage next week too. So they're finally allowing me to walk the stage.
All right.
After not being able to do it back in December. So
all right.
So I get to walk the stage, providing no NEWSBREAK come out and then they cancel it again like they did back in December.
Well, don't you just walk it. You better nay and all of that across that stage.
Right, exactly.
Don't just walk it. Go and
Jimmy asking for your Jimmy's asking for your Facebook information.
Huh?
Jimmy's asking for your Facebook information too. I see that.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, for me, mine is just trying to rehab the body. Can I get my kidney to function? Yeah. Can I get water out of my body? Yes. Can I return to normal in that? And then just the really exciting stuff. I'm just holding my breath every day. I know Samantha is. Shout out to Samantha because she's going to be moving here once we finish. And a lot of y'all, I'll be hitting y'all saying, y'all know the code language when I hold up that. So y'all know the code language. It's coming through. It's some exciting times right now, but just getting ready for that and getting myself ready with my first out of the gate project. That is the biggest thing. Which one is out of the gate? Well, we know Tandiland, but other than that, humanitarian side, what's the launch pad project? So we're working on that now. Is where we want to go first on that. So it's exciting times.
Yeah,
I can't complain. Only thing I just said is I don't want to feel like this. While everybody is happy and running the fields and doing stuff, I am just praying that my body comes back and that I'm able to enjoy like everybody else and run and do everything that I need to do. But I tell you what, I'll still do. I'll still get the stuff done. I might just be huffing and puffing and only get to walk 5 feet at a time, but I will get it done.
Slow boogie.
Yep.
Well, I'll come walk with you.
Huh?
I'll come walk that slow with you.
All right. Have people carry me around. Like, you know how they do with the woman laying up on the thing and laid out. No, I could never do that.
You better get you one of them little things and be.
I did it in the store when I was in Publix the other day. I'm like my cousin told me. My cousin Roz was over here this week. She says you're so active. It's really hard watching you walk slow and walk upstairs slow and stuff. And because I'm really active, I'm the one that is always zoom exercising. I remember I tell you I dance every night, and it's taking me away from all of that. And the only thing I just hope for is that my body returns to that state that it usually does around the month of June. Usually the month of June, I kind of return. Next year, I'm going to be in Vegas. I'm telling y'all. She ain't going through this no more. So, but my social media, here we go. So we can get ready to get out of here. Here's TD social media. We hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Art Imitates Live with Tanya Dixon. So be sure to like and subscribe. And also check us out on all of our other social media. Did it do it? Did it do it? No, it didn't do it. Damn it. Do it again.
Yeah.
No, I don't get to see none of that on my screen.
Yeah.
None of it. Okay. Well,
driving school.
Yes, that's Zach. Thank you, Zach, for tuning in tonight. He said he might join us sometimes. Come check us out and support what we're doing.
So. All right. Come on, Zach.
Right. Yeah, and I would start trying to talk with the jelly bean in my mouth. I kind of messed up on that one, knowing that this is the end of the show. When I had to start talking. Well, y'all, any parting words while I swallow the jelly bean?
www.turnthemloose.org. Check it out. Get you a little sample. And if you see anything you like, hit us up. We'd be more than welcome to kind of have a conversation with you.
All right. Okay, I think I got enough out. Well, thank y'all for tuning in for another Art Imitates Live. You know, what I really meant to do this, and I'll go ahead and just try to do it right now as I'm talking, because I'm trying to do this every week, is to make sure that I put the email addresses out there for people who would like to be in touch with us and get in touch with us. So if you would like to reach out to us, you can hit us at info@Tandiland. I put it on the screen so that people can see it's TANDILAND.com, you know, and just reach out to us anytime if you have any questions or comments, or you just want to be on the show, or just tell us that you can't stand our asses. You just make sure that you reach out and say it.
Oh, we become one of your pet peeves.
Yes, just be bold enough to do it. All right. So if you are a person who prefers a Gmail, be sure to hit us at TandyGirl AIL, which is Our Imitates Live, at gmail.com. You know, just reach for us anytime. And like I said, any questions, comments, or whatever it is that you feel that you need to do. We'd love to have more comments from people and people be on the show. I was just saying to Zach earlier today, like I've told you all, we're kind of getting the kinks out right now, taking my time, because once transition happens, we're going to push hard. Everybody get used to speaking right now, because we're going to be speaking on different platforms as time is going on. I think by that time, everybody is more comfortable on screen now. Everybody's more comfortable speaking, and as we change over to other platforms, of course it's going to be a little different, but you're used to talking now, so that's a wonderful thing. And so we're gonna do some changes. We're gonna do some branching out and do some moving on. So stay tuned for all of that. But all of you out there, again, we thank you for taking the time on our marathon long shows, because we love to talk for a long time. Whether it's a whole thing about who spiked the tea, getting into it tonight, all our Kevin Samuel stuff, and all these other things that we talked about, and of course in the living room about the pet peeves. I never knew that we had so many. I didn't know how far it would go, but we had a boatload of pet peeves, and it went for a while there. So I thank you all for your participation, and of course in the comments, big shout to Jimmy and Shamika for hanging in there with us, and doing the whole thing with us. So all of you is always.
Yeah, just wanted to let Jimmy J know to check his stuff. I sent him a request.
Okay. And for everybody out there, as I always say, good things come to those who believe. Better things come to those who are patient. But the best things come to those who never give up.
Never give up.
And I'll really get a chance to talk about that in a few minutes. Never give up. I'm Tanya Dixon. This is the AIL Living Room team here. And we shall see you next time on Art Imitates Live. Y'all have a great one now. Beautiful week.